Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon user today. Today, we are doing a special one-shot at the request of one of our regular players who spent all of his hard-earned money on some brand new Star Wars books. So, to justify that purchase, tonight we are going to be returning to an old favorite and playing Star Wars Edge of Empire. This is the first of the trilogy of Star Wars role-playing games published by Infiltrating Games. And what we're going to be playing through tonight is the adventure Escape from Mos Shuuta from the beginner game. So if you are intending on playing the beginner game at some point, this will have, or the session will have spoilers, but guys, let's do some quick introductions, who you are, who you're playing, and then we will launch into the action. So first up is George.
Hi, I'm George. I'm playing Cash, who's a human smuggler. I won't go into the whole backstory, but it is really cool. They did a great job. I think I tried some fun story stuff with these characters. These are the pre-gens that come with the game, with the base game. But he basically is the guy who thinks everything is always going to work out, because despite the fact that he keeps leaving the frying pan and going into the fire, it prevents him from suffering a worse fate. So I'll leave it at that for now. More will probably come up as we play.
Nice. And next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I am playing Lolric, the Wookiee, and I think he's just a bit of a bruiser. And tonight I'm drinking some bourbon on ice because I'm still sick.
Nice.
And I will try not to bring any character assumptions about Askara or Pash from our long-running Star Wars previous campaign.
Excellent.
Cool.
Next up is the guest and the of honor, I suppose, Arlen Walker.
Thanks. I am Arlen, and I'm playing Askara, who is a Twi'lek bounty hunter. Out of necessity, kind of got forced into the role, and then found out that she was good enough to survive while doing it, and has kind of had enough of that. And so we're going to see when she takes her fate into her own hands, what happens.
Nice. And last but not least, making a triumphant return to the channel.
Hello!
Is Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. By the way, this time I promise not to make any jokes about the Mon Calamari and their chins, because that was really a little bit racist of me, so I apologize. I am playing 4-1 Vex, who is the medical droid, and long story short, he's recently escaped from servitude in one of the huts where they had originally promised they would upgrade him a good deal if he came and worked for them as a medical droid, but instead they put a restraining bolt on him, and they put him in the basically next to the gladiator arena just to heal the fighters. So he was pretty pissed, and I think he's kind of a jaundiced droid. He's sort of cynical and not quite Dr. House levels, but
Some
that'll
good
be who he
casting,
is.
though.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And I will be drinking my seltzer out of a Jabba the Hutt tiki mug.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
So, well, here, let's jump into the crawl, because they actually have a crawl, and if I was less of a Bush League DM, I would have put together an actual crawl. The crawl is, we first see in big, I think instead of a starscape, what we actually see are the sweeping, blasted sands of Tatooine. And across that, in black lettering, rather than the signature yellow, we see Escape from Mos Shuuta. It is a period of unrest and opportunity in the galaxy. The Galactic Empire struggles to maintain control in the midst of a civil war. Meanwhile, scoundrels and smugglers, explorers and expatriates, and fringers of all types scramble for a living on the edges of galactic civilization. It's a hard life, but these renegades have more freedom and opportunity than any citizen of the cold worlds. On the desert world of Tatooine, a few such renegades have run afoul of a local crime boss, Teemo the Hutt. Trapped in the tiny spaceport of Mos Shuuta, the renegades have no choice but to steal the starship and flee Teemo's forces. Fortunately, the DM has turned the background audio so goddamn high can barely hear myself.
Yeah, it was just
Lord.
turning mine down. That's funny.
Fucking Madison, what is going on here? Fortunately, a suitable starship has recently docked at the landing bay. A freighter called the Crate Fang, captained by a Trandoshan slaver named Trex. As they flee through the sun-baked streets, the renegades duck into the local cantina to hide from their pursuers. And to fit, this is, at the time we're recording, our first time making use of the OBS recording software, which means we actually get to use audio cues. And in honor of that, guys, I give you pursuit music!
Nice.
All right, so guys, what we see is, first off, on each of your character tokens there, you guys should have control of the tokens. And if you click on them, you'll see that you've got a red dot and a blue dot. The red dot will track your wounds that you take. That will go up to the maximum. Once your bar is filled, your wound threshold has been met. The blue one is for your strain. This game tracks two different kinds of ways that your character can be worn down. One is wounds, which are, the cuts and blaster burns and things like that. Having your arm cut off by a lightsaber, which I guess is technically a critical hit. But the blue one is your strain. That's sort of like what, it's your ebb and flow of your fatigue. The strain is going to be the one that likely goes up and down the most, because as you choose to take the action economy in this game works such that every round you guys will have one regular action and then a minor action, and you can choose to take 2 strain, take another minor action after that. But what I need each of you to do is give yourself 2 strain, because you see, you guys have been racing through the blasted streets of Shuuta, ducking from alleyway to alleyway, trying to escape the pursuing Gamorrean guards. And let's put one of these. Where is it? Here we go. The hideous, pig-like Gamorreans that seem to perpetually find work only for huts. They're chasing around after you guys, and you go ducking in to the local cantina. Now, you can take a moment, if you'd like, to take a look at this is the overall map of Shuuta, but unfortunately, right now, circumstances are kind of conspiring against a careful, decision or careful plan of how to get out of here. As you guys noted in your intros, each of you has good reason for why you want to get free of Teemo's clutches. And, what you are going to do is you duck into the cantina. And as you step down a short flight of stairs into the cantina's shadowy common room, the cool air is blessed relief from the scorching heat of Tatooine. The Deveronian bartender, and Deveronians, for those at home who may not know, are those, the horned kind of devil horn things. The leftover mask from some 60s horror movie.
I am.
Yeah, I'm the same issue.
Yep. Yeah. Poor audio contact.
Yeah.
For me.
Are you? Okay, I think.
Same here.
Eric, do you happen to have a fan running near you?
Do I have a fan running?
Yeah, because I'm showing that there's some constant audio coming through from
that. That might be. Yeah, let me turn that off. Hang on. But it wasn't doing that before. But yeah, you have been dropping in and out a little bit.
Okay.
But it didn't start until just before everybody said something about it. You were fine up until that point.
Okay.
So let me drop this out.
Sure. Let's just see here.
It's probably the typical microphone constantly adjusting, and because he's not saying anything, then it just picks up more and more background noise.
Right.
I hate that setting. Whoever invented that is an idiot.
I agree. You're no fan of technology at the moment either, so.
No, and I'm currently blaming Google for my problems.
I think that's fair.
I think they let Hangouts. I think they let Hangouts go to rot, and I think my problem was coming from Hangouts not working.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I'm not having any problem tonight.
Great.
And we're not using Hangouts anymore. I think they had that end date, which was whatever you said it was, like yesterday or whatever, and they've just been letting whatever problems build up in it because they don't care because they turned it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that working better, Arlen?
Yeah, good copy.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Eric, can you hear me now too?
I can hear you perfectly.
Excellent.
Cool.
Okay. So then, you guys step down a short flight of stairs into the Cantina's shadowy common room. The cool air is a blessed relief from the scorching heat of Tatooine. The Deveronian bartender pauses in his chores to stare at you. His devilish features... Ooh, there's a dog in there, too. On a stage against the far wall, a Twi'lek woman dances to recorded music. And... Let's see here. Actually, that'll probably clash with our pursuit music. Private booths line the walls, and the cantina floor is scattered with tables and chairs. A few patrons turn in their seats to stare at you. The only other exits you see from the room are the one where what seems to be a storage closet in one corner and a door behind the Twi'lek dancer. The arched roof above you is supported by thick, heavy struts. You only have a few moments to find a hiding place before Teemo's thugs arrive. You unfortunately ran down a dead end. So I'll put you guys, I'm going to zoom in a scooch here. You guys are in the cantina.
Alright.
Panting, sweating, and maybe kind of creaking Vex with your joints as you're going in. What are you guys doing? Let's pick up the scene right in there. So you're looking around.
Mm-hmm.
The Deveronian is about to say, we don't serve their kind in here to Vex, but Lorik seems quite insistent that he'll be allowed in. What are you guys doing?
Do we know? Are we familiar with this cantina? Is this a place that we frequent?
It might be I imagine it is. You've all kind of been... I mean, not for 41 Vex, because he's been a slave. I don't think for Lorik either. Lorik was a gladiator, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah.
Vex
has worked on Lorik. And yeah. Oh, Lorik hasn't been here either. Yeah, Lorik was a slave as well. Yes.
Yeah. So Oskara and Pash, I think you guys were the ones who probably have been in here before.
Because I want to make sure that, you know, I'm concerned about the Deveronian, pointing it out to whoever comes in here where we went to.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna flip credit, an appropriate amount of credits.
Sure. His name is Utik.
Utik?
Utik.
Okay. Utik, you never saw us.
And I think in the film version of our campaign, he's played by Christoph Waltz.
Oh.
As a Deveronian.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
I just watched Inglourious Basterds again last night, so that's perfect.
Nice.
Scary. Okay.
So
so I'm gonna flip him some credits. What kind of role do you think would be coercion?
Let's see here. So he what do you think what's the backstory between you and Woot? I mean, you're a bit of a troublemaker, I think.
I'm a bit of a troublemaker, but I also cover my debts.
Yeah.
Because I don't. So I know that when I come back here and make more trouble, like it's not going to progressively get worse. I just reset to 0.
Yeah.
So I think it's a thing between us. Like he sees me coming, he's like, "Oh no," because problems are going to happen. But at the end of the day, he also knows he comes out even because I tip him.
Okay.
Which is why I never have any money because I'm constantly having to pay people off.
Okay. Okay, so let me, I think it'll be, let's put it at average, and then, I think it'll
Streetwise?
Yeah, I think I think it's charm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say? Charm?
Charm, please, yeah.
Okay, here we go. So is there any way for me to see that you've put your dice into
I'm
the
good
pool?
to go, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh,
all right.
okay.
I'll take it.
So you sidle up to the bar, and he, kind of looks over at the big Wookiee and the droid, and he says, "Strange partners you've got today, Pash."
Well, when you're desperate in a situation, sometimes you got to make desperate choices.
Desperate? Desperate doesn't sound good.
It ain't good.
Really?
I'm trying to get away from him. And for some reason, I can't help myself. I keep going back to keep conversing with him. Like, it's not important right now. Guys are gonna come here looking for us. Just just keep it quiet.
What guys are coming to look for you, Pash?
Okay, look, it's Teemo's guys. You'll know when you see them. You didn't see us, okay? You got it?
And he looks down at the credits and looks up at you, and looks down at the credits and looks up at you. Pash?
So I take another credit out. Like, and I slam another credit on the bar.
Okay. So while Pash is doing...
You know what? I'll take a drink too while I'm here.
We are in a hurry.
Okay.
Wait, you're right. Sorry, Vex. We'll get a drink later.
Okay. Oscar and Lorik, what are you guys doing?
Well,
Lorik says, "Get a bottle to go." In Wookiee.
I'm gonna put another set of credits on the.
He's been a prisoner for a while. He actually holds up 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he takes the 2 bottles and he sort of sticks them in his belt that he's got.
Far be it from me to argue with such a eager customer, but you'll pay for that, right?
I got it covered. Like literally, it's the last credits I have.
Okay. Emptying your pockets.
Yeah.
Right. Wait a minute. Didn't I bet on him last as you're walking away, Laura?
Yeah.
And Oscara, what are you doing?
So I'm thinking about the door behind the Twi'lek dancer, because that seems like a way to get into back rooms or somewhere out of sight. So I think gonna walk right up in armor and stuff and do because I can do head tail movements to signal that there's something wrong
With your Leku.
with my Leku. Yeah. So I'm gonna essentially walk up to her and just give danger's coming signal.
So as you're walking up towards the bar, Wootik says, "Hey, she has to audition."
I don't want to be involved in that conversation.
So you walk up and you make the gesture, and the Twi'lek dancer do this. Give me a charm check as well.
Yeah. You ready?
Charm or coerce depends on whether it's a friendly thing or whether it's get the fuck out of the way, things are gonna go down.
No, it's friendly. You don't want to be here because things might go down.
Yep, go right ahead.
All right, charm.
Here we go. Ooh, failure, but an advantage. Okay, so what do you think? She has ignored you, but what do you think is the benefit to come from this?
Well, maybe as I'm walking up, I see something in the corner that would be useful. See that seems like it'd be too much to see another exit because that would be way too convenient.
So mechanically, the way it works is that you can use that advantage to feed a blue dice to someone else. Or you can heal a strain, or you can notice some other important piece. I don't know whether there's... I think maybe what you would notice is that if you tried to duck behind the curtains that are sort of next at the back of the stage that are next to there, you might be able to use that as a good vantage point.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. I think getting up there and I'm kind of sizing up the situation, and obviously she's still dancing, but I've got a sort of tactical sense of what's going on now.
She says something to you in is it Rill? Is that the Twi'lek language?
I think
that's
so.
right.
God, my head is full of
It's
useless
Ryloth,
stuff.
right? Is the planet?
Yeah.
So she turns and she says "Hey, wait your turn." Vex, what are you doing?
I'm going to. So we're making no progress towards getting to that door in the back. Am I correct in reading that situation?
Minimal.
Minimal. I'm going to turn to the bartender and say, "Have all your dancers been medically checked lately? If not, I can go set up in the back room." And saying in such a way as to say, because I'm with Posh and Posh has just said you didn't see us, I'm going to sort of, angle my droid head towards the back room as if to say, we're going to go in the back room, make sure don't give us a hard time.
Sure. Okay, so I think that will be a... Give me a coerce check, please.
Oh, can you do a charm instead? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, activating charm unit.
Activating charm unit.
Hey!
Okay.
Okay, so
Did it do it?
what is it?
To threat?
Threat, that's what it's called, right. So I think the threat... I'm not going to dump it into strain. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the threat for something that's about to happen.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So you're Oscara. You're right at the back. You know, kind of getting. You hop up on the stage and you've gone behind. Pash is still kind of like, you know what? Maybe just one more of those, and then just. No, I've got to go, and then wait. Maybe. Just come on. One more of those. Hurry up. Like I've got time.
Yeah.
So at that moment, the door opens up. I don't know why it's like a Star Trek door, but it is. I've got that
That's
on
why
Sundays.
this place is so popular.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. I got too many fucking pop culture things sitting on my brain shelf, so. All right. And then the door opens, and a group of. Let's see how many there. Oh, 4 Gamorreans opens and then comes stomping in. Their big, vibro axes in their hands. Their meaty green hands. Where am I going here? Here we go. Let's make 4 Gamorreans here. All right. So these things come stomping in, and they're squinting little eyes. I got to make the token really, really small because it turns out this was a daylight photo of a guy in a Gamorrean costume, and you can see him behind the mask.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Now, you guys may remember that range in Star Wars is abstracted. So we don't have, we don't measure feet or whatever else. We just measure short distance, medium distance, long distance, extreme distance. From where these guys are, it's not a huge cantina. I think that they're short distance away, which means they're not in melee with you. They'll take a maneuver to get into melee. So, door opens, and then what we do is I need everybody to click on their token, and then depending on whether... let's see here. Oh, it's
I think we probably knew we were being followed, right?
You definitely knew you were being followed, yeah. But what it says for this one, and this is not how the rules work as written, is we'll have 3 of you guys go, then the Gamorreans will go, then one other player character. So who wants to go first? And this is something that's neat about the Star Wars game, is that you can you have initiative slots, but anyone can fill them.
Right.
So let's say PC, NPCs, PC. And then it'll just be the same cycle through. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to take one of those first?
I'm definitely not first because I was delayed by the constant talking and buying of alcohol.
Well, whoever's got a pistol,
Well, are we running? I mean, I assume, are we running for the back and trying not to be... have they spotted us, Kev? Can we tell at this point?
Well, I mean, Pash and 41 Vex and Lorik are all kind of standing right near the bar.
Yeah.
There's a chance that Oscara may not be spotted, but...
Okay.
But I'm thinking Oscara might be able to do some covering fire for my allies to let him move.
Okay.
That might be
you want to go first?
So here's what we're going to do.
That's a
Let
good
me back you
opener.
up. So what we're going to do is we're not diving into the full rules right now. So the only thing you're going to do is regular attacks.
Yeah, no, I know regular attacks, but that's one of the things that I can spend advantage to make it harder for them to hit my buddies, right? And that's
got it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you'll go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You have
let
an
me
action
do.
and a maneuver. So,
I'm happy to go last to
right.
kind of bring up the
So
rear.
one maneuver to get my blaster carbine ready, I think.
Okay.
I can spend strain to do a second maneuver to aim.
You can.
Right.
You get a blue dice, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Plus 2 strain.
Okay, you got a blue dice in your dice pool, and they are short range away, which I think is easy. Yeah. There's no other modifiers. You are good to roll whenever you are.
All right.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. So, what does it look like as you open it up with your blaster carbine?
Well, it's just it's like a lot of kind of burst fire modes. The first couple blaster shots are right on target and maybe smack into one of the Gamorreans, and then the rest of them are kind of careening around in the area around them, making them keep their heads down as I'm just going.
Let's just point one thing out. You don't actually have a auto fire weapon.
Oh, is it just
It's you? That would be you, going rapidly in the trigger, which is totally Star Wars anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Hammers.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, a shot that is definitely takes them. I think they just weren't expecting a shot because maybe they didn't even see me back there, and takes them by surprise.
Okay, what is the crit rating? Okay, the crit rating on your blaster... Man, you almost hit 2 crits. So what I'm going to let you do is you have dropped one of the Gamorreans, and you've injured another one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like, "Rah!" They squeal, and they're kind of looking around trying to figure out where they can get to cover. That is one hero. Who wants to go next?
Can we move?
So Vex or
All right. Can we move and fight, or is action?
So,
okay.
Yeah, moving is a maneuver. So you get 1 free maneuver, and then you can also take an action, and then you can take 2 strain to take another maneuver.
Okay. All right. I have some stun grenades, apparently, and
For medicinal purposes?
Yeah, exactly. Just in case I, run into anybody who needs to be medically stunned. And it says range engaged under this, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, that might be wrong. Hold on, that might be a... I think that it is...
I feel like, need to be closer.
That would be terrible, yeah.
Yeah.
You can stun yourself.
You have to...
You drop a grenade at your feet.
You pull the...
It gets 10.
You pull the pin of the grenade, and then you run towards your assailant with it.
Stun grenade. Short range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just fix that for you.
Got my handy dandy screen.
Oh, perfect. You already fixed it.
Yep, I found it. So I would like to basically toss a stun grenade at them, and then I will take my move to move towards the door in the back.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So I think that is a... I think it's range light. Yes, it is. So go ahead
Yes,
and
it
click on
is.
your-
Yeah.
Let me set the difficulty here. You
Okay.
did not aim, so let me get rid of that blue. You are good to go.
All right. Ooh. What is that? Failure and...
Failure and 2 advantage.
Interesting.
So I think you throw it, and it goes right through the open door outside. And you're
Right.
And I think you hear, like, Udini! And boom, 2 Jawas drop over.
Yeah. Now, as far as advantages go, is that can heal strain, or can I pick some sort of world effect? Or
you could also, if you could feed a blue to someone else.
Okay, let me think. I was either going to say that the advantage is that because they heard something explode behind them, they now think they're being attacked from the other side, and they turn to look that way, giving us a chance to escape.
There's one other thing, too. Sorry to interrupt, Eric.
Yeah.
If you can also perform an immediate maneuver that doesn't exceed the 2 maneuvers per turn. So if you still have another maneuver, you could choose to take that and not take the strain.
Oh, I think I only have the 1 maneuver, which is getting the hell out of there. So... why don't I do this? If I can't distract them, which would move them to the back of the round or whatever it is, for something that, then I'll just pass the blues to the next person.
Sure. Okay. So it's either Lorik or Pash who's going next.
I'm gonna let Lorik go unless Jeff, you don't want to go there.
No, Lorik's ready. He's been bullied by these Gamorreans while he was a slave of the Hutts, and he pulls out his vibro axe and he just charges in. He wants some payback, and they are now standing between him and freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he will swing his axe.
There we go.
So, do I just...
here, let me set the... melee is a difficulty of 2 purples. Do you have anything else you're doing? You got a blue from the setup from Vex. Pretty good. Otherwise, you are good to go.
Just click... Is there a melee skill?
No, go to your combat, and there should be weapons listed there. You should just click on the whatever weapon.
I just can see a button by it.
I think it's on... Actually, I don't.
Oh, it's the little dice icon at the top of
yeah, I see.
It's
like a big top thing. Yeah, I got it.
Whoa! Another crit! So at least another one of these things go down, and the other ones are actually, because of their soak rating, because remember that we do damage and then we subtract the soak, so that was... Oh, actually, that's 8 points of damage with your Vibro Axe plus a crit. Now, the reason you might be able to take more than 1 down, and in fact, you're going to take more than 1 down here, is because you... the Gamorreans you're fighting are minions. So they're counted as a group, and it's kind of like, it's like breaking off bits of cinnamon buns, right? Like if one's down, it's a terrible example.
That's great.
I'm a little hungry, apparently. So when you take one
It's
of them
like
down,
monkey
it kind
bread,
of follows
yeah.
through to the next one. So, but the thing is, I'm assuming you're going for the crit thing. You have a choice of what you want to do with the advantage. What you could also do is you could spend 1 point of advantage and trigger that pierce. Oh no, it's 2 points to trigger pierce 2, which would ignore 2 points of their soak.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
The axe
Nice.
just chops right through him.
Yeah. Okay, so that actually takes 2 of them down. What does it look like as you carve your way through these?
He actually just swings one giant blow, and it just goes so hard through the one that it sinks into the second one and kills him.
Nice.
And you hear Lorick yell, "Freedom!"
We see that in
Nice.
white subtitles.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Awesome.
so the last one left, I think, is probably going to run. Well, he should run, but I think he's going to try and take you down. There, Lorek, because I want to see the dice roll. Okay, so what I do is, he is a minion, which means that they actually have their stat rating, and then they get skill equal to the number of minions there are minus 1. So that means he has no skills right now. Lorik, it'd be melee. Lorik's got no defense rating, so it'll be just 3 greens. Here we go, and boom! Ooh!
Whoa.
Returns of the favor. So, Lorik, you are taking 7 points of damage. And you're going to take a black on your next action. A black dice, that's what I'm going to spend that advantage on.
And now, do I have any soak or anything?
You do, yeah. Your soak, I think, is a 4. It should say...
Oh, yeah, 4. So that means I take 3 damage, 3 wounds, right?
Correct, yep, that's right.
Okay.
So if you add that to the
It's
red...
been a long time since I played this game.
Yeah. So, wham! And I think I forget about soak quite a bit in this game, because it's usually such a small amount anyway.
Yeah.
Relatively. So, okay, so then that was them. Pash, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, so I turn to this Gamorrean and I yell, like, "Hey!" And as he turns around, I go, "That's my friend!" And I pull out my blaster and shoot him in the face.
Nice. Okay. Let me set the
Or that's
difficulty
my
for you.
intention.
Okay, now, mechanically, are you doing anything with your maneuver?
I'm gonna aim at his face.
Okay. So we'll give you that
So
there.
not a line of it. I'm gonna look through the scope, mounted on top, and then pull the trigger.
Okay, go ahead. Your dice roll's ready. Go ahead and click
All
on
right,
your...
here we go.
Oh, jeez. 10
Okay.
points of
I think I
damage.
hit him.
Yeah, so there's we kind of follow it down the scope, and it then tracks the back of his head, and he just falls down. All right,
Nice.
so
Lorick looks at Pash and says, "Hell yeah, I'm your friend."
And I yell back in something that sounds nothing like Wookiee.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
not
so
even
with them
attempting.
down, Wutik kind of is like, "What have you done? What have you done? How am I going to explain this?"
Yeah, I'm out of ideas. I'll see ya.
The Twi'lek dancer has run off now. Teemo's going to
Because I
kill
know
you.
we're never coming back here.
Teemo's going to kill you. Teemo's going to kill me.
You better come up with something.
What? Oh God! Why have you done this to me every time? Pash, every time.
I just keep going.
So you,
Sorry about the mess, sir.
What? What are you gonna do now? You can't get
Well,
out
we're
of
getting
here.
out of here.
The electro gates are closed. You can't climb down the side. Teemo's got more of these Gamorreans. He's got whole tribes coming from him.
Hey,
You have a
look,
back
pal.
door?
Leave this to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say to him, I am a medical droid. I could simulate a wound on you in order to make it look like you put up a fight. However, this simulated wound will hurt just as much as a regular wound.
So he kind of listens to you carefully. He's like, "Wait, are you gonna hit me in the head?"
I hit him in the head.
Ow! Pash, your droid's malfunctioning.
Hey, Vex, that looks pretty good.
Doesn't it?
I buy it. I totally
You
buy
fought
it.
for
Looks
the
like you
honor
got
of the
attacked.
Hutts. Yeah, you fought for the honor of the Hutts. Now let's go.
Where are you gonna go?
Out the back?
There's no back.
There's
I
no
can't
back.
Then we're going out the front.
Front.
So, who's gonna be the first one to poke their head through the front door?
Who's the
I could do
least
that. I think
wanted?
I was the last. Well, I was sort of in the back. I kind of waited behind, so I'll risk it and
Okay.
take a look outside.
So you kind of carefully pick your, poke your head outside, and you're looking around, and you can kind of see on the street, there's more of those. You kind of see them. It's like at the end of the alleyway, you see a bunch of Gamorreans walk past, and you're like, okay, streets are full
Yeah.
Of Gamorreans.
of Gamorreans.
Yeah.
Right.
And are there still unconscious Jawas
Oh yeah.
on the ground here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you look to
That's
the
not-
side, and there's
That's not helpful.
okay. You drag the Jawas inside.
Yeah, exactly. You just see hands come out,
Okay.
grab.
What's
Hold
that
them
got
in.
to do?
Lorik says, we need a ship to get off this planet as soon as possible.
Now you're thinking.
So as a
We
reminder,
need to get out of this bar.
The ship that you guys were thinking about taking was the Crate Fang. This is
the
someone,
Crate Fang.
Pash and Oscar, I think you guys are familiar with, what's his name? Trex? I think?
The Trandoshan.
Trandoshan, yeah. And I think he may have, Trex, yeah, he may have been the one who actually enslaved you, Lorik. Because the Trandoshans traditionally love enslaving Wookiees down during, this era of galactic history.
He did enslave me.
Did he? So the Crate Fang is here. Not seemed to be knowing that he was here, that seemed to be the plan to get him out. So let's just quickly do a little heisty kind of flashback or montage here. So what you know is that the Crate Fang is normally lands at either Landing Bay Besh or Landing Bay Orak, the two landing bays. And these, you can picture them looking very much like the ones on at Mos Eisley, with the kind of the concrete ring, and there's the doors that seal people in. This one is at... Oh, okay, and I think you probably would have learned that it's at Landing Bay Orak, because you've had this plan in motion for a while. So if you guys want to fill in, flashback stuff for what you've planned and how you've sort of tried to arrange this, that seems to be that's where you need to go, is from where you are at the Cantina, you need to make your way all the way over across town to Landing Bay Orak. But there is some other stuff you would know as well. You also know that there are docking clamps that would have been applied that can only be released from the spaceport control right here. And you know that there is that landing bay, or the spaceport, is run by a woman named... where is she? Her name is...
Did you ping the map somewhere? Did you ping the map somewhere? Mine was just really zoomed in. I couldn't...
Oh, sorry, yeah.
all
right here.
Landing Bay
And
Orak.
Here.
Okay. Oh, it's Overseer Bryn. She's the one who runs the thing. And you can kind of picture, she's probably played by Evangeline Lilly in the film version of this, if you want to get a...
Oh, great. So Pash has definitely hit on her before. So that's not good.
Yeah.
I have a high computer skill. I'm thinking if we get close to the spaceport control, I might be able to hack into their system and release the docking clamps that way. Of course, if you want to hit on her again, that is entirely your choice. And I don't understand the ways of you biologicals.
I don't know if we have time for that right now. You mean just to get her to unclamp? I see. We got to get there first. We got to get there first.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are flashbacks of kind of plans we have made before we took off running and find ourselves here in this moment.
This would have been you guys passing little kind of notes and stuff like that to each other as you were, as you were making your plans. Walking past the slave thing where 41 Vex is working on Lorik, and you sort of pass some notes over. So Vex, what you will also know is that the landing or the docking clamps, you actually to release those things and gain access to the spaceport control, you do actually need to be inside. You will need to do that kind of like R2 thing of zipping into the wall.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we must be inside spaceport control.
You must
that building.
Yeah.
Do we know what it's like inside there? Have we any basic idea of what's going on inside that building?
Yeah, you definitely know exactly what the layout of the place is like.
Okay.
Whoop. Some dummy didn't mute the feed. So yeah. What else? Let's see here, guys. So I mean, I think that probably you guys being trapped in the cantina right now is not the way that... I mean, this has gone the way that all plans go in Star Wars, which is to say, like, this is what we're going to do. Hey, what's that?
Right. Yep.
So,
of course.
If someone... I'm going to assume that someone at some point mentions the Crate Fang. And that's when Wootik kind of like... The Crate Fang? Is that what you're planning?
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
No. That'll just give Trex a chance to pay his tab. But, I mean, he was in here before, and he was bitching about how the hypermatter reactor igniter is down.
On the Crate Fang?
On the Crate Fang, yeah.
Oh, great.
And you guys, I think, anyone have any training in, what is it? Mechanics?
In what mechanics? I have a very high mechanics skill.
Nice. Okay, Vex, why don't you here? Let's just do this. Let's give. I'm gonna set a difficulty here, and you go right ahead.
Okay, character sheet. Let me find. Okay, dice pool. Let me find my mechanics. Initiative, weapons. Oh no.
Oh, it'll be under skills.
Skills. Yes. I think I've crushed my character sheet down so small that I can't find the tabs anymore.
Hey, here's
combat talents and special. Okay,
Eric, one way
I'll figure this out. I will.
No, that's okay. There's one easy kind of shorthand thing. If you double click at the top, it'll automatically minimize it, and you double click on it again. And yeah, that way you can just zip in and out of the character sheet without looking at that the whole time.
Oh, got it. Okay. There we go. There's skills. Okay, what am I doing? Mechanics, and we're rolling the mechanics.
Nice, and an advantage.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you know, you sort of think about this. You're like, oh god. So the HR or HMRI, I think is what it's called. The HMRI is kind of like an irreplaceable part. You definitely need one of those to function in order to get the ship up. However, you know what? Now that you think about it, where's the junk shop? It's one of those parts that, like, you know, it's kind of like this space alternator. Like, you do need it, but you can get one from someone else. So if that's the problem with the Crate Fang, is that it's disabled and not moving because of that, you go to the junk shop. There is a what's his name? Oh boy. It is a... What is Watto?
Toydarian.
Toydarian. Yes, there's a Toydarian named Vorn that runs it there.
Okay.
Hey, I heard of a great idea. You just go and bet on a pod race, and then you get the part that you need.
All right.
Try that.
Who here's a pod racer?
No, that's a bad plan. We're
gonna have to find a force-sensitive child, maybe a Muppet of some kind.
We're gonna have to go. So it looks like we're gonna have to go to the junk shop.
All right. Well, we're really gonna have to
do
is figure out how to get through the streets without the guards recognizing us. So I feel like if there's some sort of disguise or hoods or something, we could get. The Jawas might be a little small for us, especially on the Wookiee. But that's where I'm going. I mean, is there anything in the back room where the dancers are that we could use to just disguise our faces? You know, if we were Jedi, we'd have robes and hoods you could put over our heads, and we could walk through the streets and no one would think twice about us.
So what I would, I think there probably is, and I'll let that be the blue. So we'll give you that blue dice towards whatever your kind of plan is here. And what I think we'll do is we'll drop into kind of like a narrative sequence here. We'll each have you guys take turns with different skills to represent your making your way across here. So I think that this would be deceit or deception. I think it's on your character sheets. For some reason. So who would like to make the deception roll?
I am terrible at deception.
I'm not bad.
Okay.
Not the best, but I could do it.
Kind of mid-tier, too.
Okay. Now, remember, you guys do have your hero points, too, or whatever we're calling
Yeah.
Oh, Destiny points, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And for those listening at home, too, we're actually using some house rules for the Destiny points because I just don't like the way that they work and the game is written. So you guys do have those accessible, so that can get you around that. But the most important thing, of course, is knowing that you guys had access to dancers' wardrobes and Twi'lek dancers' wardrobes. What is it we see coming out of the cantina as you guys are making your way through the streets?
Okay. Go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take what would normally go on the leku and like cover the leku and just put it on my head and like wrap it around like it's a scarf. Like I have this weird hat with a scarf around my neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the Twi'lek body paint to, which I assume the dancers have, to paint my as a droid, paint like different markings on me, so I do not look like the same droid. I look like another of the same kind, but clearly not this one because this one has blue and red markings signifying it belongs to some other person somewhere. Does that make any sense?
That makes sense.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
How about Oscara?
Well, I don't want to take off my armor because that seems like foolish to end up in a fight. But I'm wondering if there's like kind of similar with the paint, if I could like write like a really racy slogan right across the chest of my armor, like having a T-shirt with a big sign on it, something that would be make a Gamorrean think twice before engaging.
Okay.
Kind of wondering.
That's not really disguising you, though.
That's not really a disguise.
Yeah.
That's more like try to get an advantage if we get into a fight.
Well, I mean, you could also try to sneak around if you didn't want to be disguised.
We could also try to sneak around, or I am a bounty hunter. I have some of those, handcuffs that I could. We could
binders.
Do full on, binders, full on. A New Hope, and have in binders and me escorting them somewhere. If we want to try that, that's another. Okay. That's a kind of a way to look. I guess that's not really disguising us so much as looking like I'm in the middle of my profession and don't bother me.
It could be both. We could be disguised, and you could be being a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
But they know your face, right?
They probably do know my face, but
okay.
I don't. And I guess it
can you put a veil or something, or some kind of.
Could you make are there curtains
helmet
between like the Twi'lek dressing areas that you could rip off and use as like just a big old cloak over your head?
For sure.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Is do something to sort of,
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about Lorik? What is he doing to try and?
He doesn't stand out.
Lorik tried all kinds of things on and tried everything, and in the end, he's basically just got like a sheet thrown over the top of him, or a blanket, like just a big blanket
with holes cut in it.
Blanket. He's ripped a couple. He's like made a big rip in it so he can see out, but that's it.
So as what we see is
he's like,
each one of you guys walk past. We've got this slightly repainted droid. We've got this guy with like a Leku headscarf on his head wrapped around, and then we see two giant piles of curtains walk past.
I'm going to say I'm a little more than slightly repainted, but yes, your point is well taken.
Well, Wootik is looking, but he's like, okay, good luck! Good luck! And as soon as you guys have left,
we are in
the
trouble.
guy at the end of the bar, he's like, they're all going to die. And the guy in the end is like, So, as you guys walk into the street, let's move you guys out here. Let's do this. So, who would like to make the deception roll here?
And I think, by the way, it kind of looked like Indian Raiders, like when he's going towards the Well of Souls. He's kind of, got the thing across his face. That's sort of what he's going for.
Yeah.
Deception, so I'm okay.
Sure, hold on,
I'm terrible. How's Oscara's deception?
And I'd be willing to spend a Destiny point on that for sure, on that roll.
Okay. So yeah,
It's super important.
What do you want to do? Do you want to upgrade your role or?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I guess. So what happens if I guarantee success? Do I even roll?
Well, no, you're gonna get one hit. You still might roll some misses that take away.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I
it can
see.
be done afterwards. The upgrade just has to be done before
Yes.
you roll.
I'm gonna upgrade because I've got 2 green dice and 1
Okay.
yellow.
And do we get to add the blue? Do we get to add the blue, 1 blue dice
Oh,
from the
you do,
advantage I rolled? Yeah. Okay.
Do okay. So the upgrade is in. The blue is in. The difficulty
Okay.
is set as the Gamorrean's vigilance. Ready when you are.
Okay. All right. So here we go. The 4 of us walk out, looking like everything's fine. No problem. Nobody needs to look at us.
This is Tatooine, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here we go.
You'll never know.
Ooh.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so what I want to the threat, the 2, well, everyone who's under a bunch of robes, each of you takes 1 strain. And you're kind of like, oh my god, it's so hot out here. But the Gamorreans have completely ignored you. You know, they've assumed you're either some kind of tall species or whatever. And you make your way, I think, probably past one or whoopsies.
Should we take the back route?
Yeah, I feel like we should go around the back.
You guys go ahead and move your tokens. You can move them whichever way you like.
So you're talking this way, Eric, right? Through this little alley.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, through the alley, exactly.
Okay. So we'll head sort of this way.
Excellent.
Do things look just as we're going by? I'm constantly keeping a lookout. Did things look tense in general, or things like it looks like an everyday day?
Oh no, there's people running all over the place looking for you.
Okay, yeah, this isn't good, guys. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, but careful.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way over to the.
So we got to make it to the junk shop.
Correct. Junk shop, then spaceport control, then to landing bay Oric.
So the junk shop is immediately obvious by the scrapyard adjoining the low pour stone building, and looks like there is the fence itself has got like a light electrification to it. So what would you guys like to do? You want to make your way around to the front and go into the junk shop, or?
Oof.
It's not going to kill you electrified. It's just it'll. Oh, one thing we forgot, guys. When by we I mean me, because I'm running this room. Would you guys? So you guys get to choose either cool or presence, and then go ahead and roll that. I'm just going to get rid of your dice pool here. Each of you can do that.
And what does that do?
So this will restore your strain.
Gotcha.
Cool or what?
Presence.
Cool or presence?
Isn't.
I don't have a presence, I don't think.
Vigilance?
Is it vigilance?
You know what? Sorry, this is
Because presence is one of the stats, right?
Yeah,
So,
here, do this, guys.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is the sort of streamlined version of it. You can recover either your presence score or your cool skill, whichever's higher.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I've got 3 in both, so...
Yeah.
That's an automatic, or we roll?
Just automatic. Go ahead and reduce your strain by that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I'm not strained.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking, guys, that we just climb over this fence. Think it might hurt, though. What do you guys...
Well, you know...
I could throw my blanket over it.
Oh.
And we could climb over the blanket.
Like, I'm wondering
that.
how the junk shop owner is going to react to us coming in through his back door. Is he going to assume that we're
He's going
trying
to
to
give
rob
us
him?
the parts we damn well need.
Well, here's what I think. This guy, all he cares about is making money, and it's better for him not to be seen with us coming in his front door and not reporting it to Teemo.
You know, I like the way you think about other people.
Well, it's the only way I'm still alive.
Yeah. All right. Let's. You know, if you gentlemen think this is the way to go, I'm on board. I am a medical droid. I can heal anyone who happens to not electrocute themselves in the process.
Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong?
Okay.
Well, I have a list in my medical file of everything that could go wrong. But
Okay, Vex, I
don't
get it.
recite
I get
it to
it.
him at all.
I get it.
Okay. So, what is happening then, guys? What do we see next?
Let's throw the blank. Is this a fairly untrafficked little back alley where we are?
I think so. Yeah.
Like maybe over here, something like that.
Yeah. They probably don't have a lot of like windows and such on them. They've got like the entrance, and otherwise you can picture like the buildings in Mos Eisley. Like it's like kind of like sandstone, but concrete.
Right.
So they're these awful prefab structures. All right. So whose blanket gets thrown on there?
Sounded like Lorick was going to throw
Okay, so
his
Lorick,
up
you
there.
toss yours on, and there's just like, and it's kind of frying, and the it looks like. Here's what we'll do. Vex, why don't you give me a mechanics check?
Okay.
Let me just set a difficulty here,
All right.
and I'm going to spend one of my dark side points because.
Well, and also Lorick starts helping lift people over.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Good to go.
There we go.
Oh, easy. Yeah. So he's about to throw things over. You're like, no. And you point to one point and then to another point. You're like, because I guess there's maybe like a little bit of those like metal rings, like the runners that would be used to keep the things up. You make sure that the two of them get in contact, and what it does is it just shorts out the circuit. And it doesn't affect the thing whatsoever. So, and the whole thing goes down. And
excellent.
Okay. And you guys are easily able to, I mean, Lorick, you could, to be honest, pull this thing apart at this point.
Okay, but I'll still help people over because we don't want to damage it too much.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you help everyone over. You guys make your way down into the junk shop. And as you guys are all sort of in the...
as I'm going over, though, I'm gonna, with my finger, just like wet my finger and touch the metal to see if it actually is active.
Yeah.
Just to check. And I'm happy to take damage because he's not that smart.
Yeah, Lorik's with Vex's help, Lorick has basically shorted out the whole fence.
Oh, he's got a short. Okay, so it's definitely out.
Definitely out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So with that,
I knew it was out.
You guys you gotta make your way over, and as the last of you is coming down, you can hear this voice. They hear the door open, and you hear this voice of like, "God damn fence! I have to get it fixed again. Why am I gonna get the?" And he looks up and sees Vex moving. What are you doing in here? I didn't buy you from anyone.
I say, we're customers. We just took the back entrance.
Who's we? Hey, a Wookiee. What's there a Wookiee doing out here?
His credits are same color as everyone else's.
That's right, and we got credits to spend. And then I look around, realizing I don't have any.
Yeah. we briefly cut to Wootik, who's like,
yeah, exactly.
This is maybe like in the flashback scene, we see Ascara who has like the bag of credits of here's our pooled resources, and he's gonna give it to Passion and thinks, wait a second, and Ash a couple, and then slips the pouch back to like on her belt so that she's
smart.
Resources.
Now, I'd like someone to give me a coercion check, because I want you guys to fast talk this guy, because he's kind of looking at the Wookiees like, don't I know you from somewhere? You look very familiar.
Yeah, we're kind of familiar looking guys, lots of Twi'leks and Wookiees and droids and humans hang out at the same time in this town. Somebody help me.
Pat. Well, yeah, let's make your roll. Let me see here.
Yeah.
He is. I'm just gonna set the difficulty for his, and for those listening at home as well. This is one of the neat things with the either Star Wars, Fantasy Flight Star Wars, or Genesis game is that you set difficulties, contested rolls within the same dice pool, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That way, the blame and the credit falls solely on the players. I'll spend another dark side point to bump that up a little bit. So.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. I love me some despairs. All right, so he's looking at the big Wookiee.
Like,
and,
hey! Just look over here. Eyes down here. Eyes down here.
And he's sort of flopping in the air. I'm trying to find. I'm fairly certain I loaded a picture of a Toydarian at some point.
Lorick is being careful to not make any noise.
Sure.
He's trying not to give him any clues as to who he is.
Okay, so I'll give whoever is going to make the coercion roll. I'll give you a blue from that. I'll treat that as an aiding him.
That's how is your coercion.
Mm-hmm. My,
Eric, is your
my
coercion-
coercion is not very good. It's
Okay.
very terrible.
Yeah.
My deception is equally terrible. So,
I'm really good at
So-
trivia. That's it.
Can
yeah.
rules wise, is there an assist?
Yeah, that's where you get the
ability?
blue
Okay.
from.
Somebody want to help me talk this Targaryen?
I'll tell him. It said, what do I know is the biggest city on Tatooine? Like, what is their New York or their?
I think it's Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
Okay. And I say, well, I don't think because I'm a droid.
What are we talking about? It's Tashi Station.
Oh, of course it's time.
Oh, we're gonna get some power converters.
Yeah. So I said that Wookiee here he's a big celebrity over in Mos Eisley. You might recognize his face from the videos. He's
Okay.
here. He's undercover. He doesn't want to attract attention.
That's right. That's why we came in the back.
All right. Give me a sec. I'm almost there. Let's see here. Because I've
Got a nice place here.
well, we try and keep it nice.
Yeah, a lot of junk.
Hey,
Inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
Value,
Yeah.
valuable
No,
junk.
It's a
No, we're
very
looking
good
for junk.
selection.
we need junk.
Are we gonna need who? Side note: who here is a pilot? By the way,
Pash.
I think.
I have
Okay.
a little bit of piloting, but
okay.
I'm pretty good.
yeah, I
Okay.
figured that you would be.
I'm okay at piloting. I'm good at astrogation though. So
Oh, good. Well, I'm not good. I'm not good at that.
okay. I think like, do we need?
I just get in. That
Astromech
makes sense.
droid.
I just get in a ship and start flying. I have no idea where I'm going.
Woo! Where are we going? That way. Which star system? The one right there.
Well, that's
All
why
right.
you have a pilot.
So
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
go ahead and make your coercion check whenever you like. Your dice pool's all
Okay.
set.
Here we go. See what happens. Boom.
Oh.
Oh, so failure with a advantage. So
The advantage is he's afraid of us.
he looks at. So he's sort of floating there as his big proboscis, kind of like twisting back and forth. I know him. He's that gladiator. I lost money on you.
That's celebrity gladiator.
Celebrity
To you.
nothing.
I
Celebrity
think
loser, more like.
this is where Ascara steps up and says, "Tell you what, we're in the market for a part or two for a starship, and we might even pay extra if circumstances were in keeping with, a something that would be good for the both of us. Seems like you could make a deal with us, and we might even pay above market price."
Above market price? Well, I mean, unless you're planning on setting up a gladiatorial ring in here, I'm assuming you're here for some kind of part. What are you here for?
The
What was it called again?
hyperspace activator, was that it?
Yeah.
It's the HPMI.
Yeah.
Oh, HMRI. I'm not even... Hypermatter
H-
Reactor Igniter.
Hypermatter reactor igniter.
Hypermatter Reactor Igniter, eh? What a surprise! You're the second people who've been asking for one. This wouldn't by any chance have something to do with certain angry reptiles' ship, would it? And he's sort of snorting and kind of still floating in the air, little wings flapping. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, we're helping him out.
Oh, you're helping him out, are you?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me I'll give you a blue from that. Let me
It's a surprise. It's a surprise, though. So.
So I'm going to give you a blue from
Okay.
what Oscara was saying there, because I think, he really is at his heart a mercenary creature.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a blue as well for the last thing. He's not ratting you out right away. He's sort of got a sense of where things are. So go ahead and give me
Is this deception now that I'm saying? Yeah. Okay.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Here we go. Oh.
But you're getting warmer though.
I'm getting warm.
So what is it you say to sort of butter him up a little more?
Look, we both know that Teemo's got his thumb on everybody in the whole city. We're just trying to make our way, and we want to help you out. So
Help
just
me out.
let us. Yeah, we got credits. We got lots of credits.
I don't know if you got enough credits to help me out of this.
You got a problem?
I like the idea you helped me out, though.
Yeah?
Tell me
Is there
more
a-
about that, Pash. He kind of pokes you in the nose and flaps back.
Okay, now. Nobody should be touching anybody. I got an itchy
You got a
trigger
little
finger here.
grease spot on your nose now, too, from where
I'm just like wiping it. Oh, I'm wiping it off of my thing.
I'm really worried pod racing is going to come up at some time.
No matter what you do in the adventure, it forces
Really
you to that.
Yeah.
Look, are you in some kind of trouble? Is that what you're saying?
I don't got trouble. No one's got trouble for Vaughn.
Okay, but so what are you talking about then? You said somebody else came looking for.
Hey, you're the one who opened the door about helping Vaughn. Why don't you tell me how you see this helping Vaughn? I can see one way to help out Vaughn to be turning in is, albeit unsuccessful, Gladiator.
While he's talking,
He's gonna pay quite a pretty penny for that.
while he's talking, I'm going to start looking around this yard for that part,
Sure.
and to see if it's in good shape, and actually get a sense of all the other stuff he might have around here.
Yeah. Let me set here. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
All
Difficulty
right.
set.
Ooh, perception not very good. Can it be modified by my mechanics?
You can. You can either
Roll.
choose to buy successes afterwards with your hero points, or you can get an upgrade to change one of your greens into a yellow.
You know what? I'll see what happens and
Okay.
roll it. Okay, roll perception. Which is
Hey!
Oh, that's good.
not good. Hey, nice. That's good.
Okay. So I'm gonna the threat. I'm gonna translate into a blue for his next roll. So if you guys are contesting
Okay.
against him, it's gonna turn into a black. Because I think you react kind of like, "Ooh," you know.
All right.
But yeah, it looks like I mean. He's got I've already forgotten what it's called. Hypermatter reactor ignitor.
Hypermatter reactor.
The HDMI cable that we all need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to Vex and go. Stun grenade.
All right.
Grenade.
Someone distract him.
Right.
You know, I
Look.
can hear you guys here. Who's distracting who here?
I'm gonna start walking away from Vex. To kind of like go to the other side, so he would have to turn to look at me.
Out of universe here, out of game. So a stun grenade, it 8 stun points, which, correct me if I'm wrong, just goes off of somebody's strain.
It does, yeah.
So if he's got more than 8, I guess +1 per success. If he's got more than 8 strain, it's not going to knock him out. Just so you all know that. We may have to.
I see.
How about instead of trying, Scar can kind of put up a fist. Everybody, stop. Tell us how much it's going to cost.
Tell me what you got. Because it's going to be more than credits.
What are you looking for?
What you got to offer, Patch? This is why you always made a bad smuggler. You don't know how to negotiate with reasonable people.
I'm just more of like a transporter. You know, like take things to point A to point B.
Yeah, that's why you're working for a hut now.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there anything? Hang on. Okay. Is there anything like a? Never mind. No, never mind. Ignore me.
Now, if you
Keep
guys
talking
want,
amongst
I
yourselves.
mean, this is a bit of a
We're in a tight spot here. I think
know-
we're going. Yeah.
This is a bit of a, what do you call it? It wouldn't have been part of the flashback too, but if you guys want to spend a hero point, I'll give you 5 minutes to talk it over, out of character.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
that's good.
Okay, so you have 5 minutes starting now.
All right.
I am perfectly happy to knock this guy out, tie him up, and take his stuff. That's my honestly, that is my solution to this problem. There's a giant Wookiee. I've got stun grenades. We can overpower him, tie him up, take his stuff, leave a fair market price for the device on his counter, and just go.
Right. We don't kill him. We just
No, we don't need to kill him.
stop wasting time with him.
Yeah.
Right,
What do
someone
you-
will eventually find him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can't be pissed. We'll have left. I mean, as pissed if we've left him some amount of money that we think is fair.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like a moment when the Wookiee could step up. By the way, in terms of wounds, I didn't do this before, but apparently, as a medic, I have the opportunity to heal a certain amount of wounds after every encounter. So I don't know if I would have had the chance to heal Lorik's.
Sure. While you're in the alleyway, you could have gone over and been like, "Come here." I mean, you guys have been. That's the role you've been serving for quite a while now. So I think
I'm used to healing his wounds.
Yeah. So the difficulty for it is, he's not at half, so I think it's only an easy roll. Yeah, equal to half. So let me set that difficulty for you.
Where is that? Because there's a little note on my sheet, and I've totally forgotten where it is and what it says.
It is under the talents thing, or if it's on your actual character sheet, like the physical one, it is at the top of underneath where your soak stuff is, right up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Once per encounter, blah blah blah.
So give me
the check is easy.
Difficulty is set. Go ahead and make your medicine roll. See how many wounds that Lorik gets back.
Okay, knowledge skills. Here we go. Medicine and.
Nice. Ignore that threat. So Lorik,
all right.
Your wounds are sealed up.
Perfect.
That's great. So I think, I mean, Arlen, what do you think? I mean, it feels like we have to take this guy out. It's 4 against 1.
I don't know what we have other than credits that we could offer him that he would reasonably want. It seems like unless we can negotiate him down to just credits, and that's going to be difficult.
We might need credits later too. So
we might need credits later.
Seems like a moment for a Wookiee to become impatient and just
rip some arms off.
Go Wookiee on him. Yeah, and just goes enough talking.
Just so you know, so how I run on this first time you played this game tier 2. One of the things that I do like about this game is it leaves you an enormous amount of opportunity to improvise on stuff. So I would encourage you to not necessarily, you don't have to think about just what you've got on you too. You know, favors are a big fucking thing in the dark corners of the, the system or the edge of the Empire.
I've got an idea. So maybe we could negotiate to say that what we're doing for him is giving the Trandoshan a bit of a black eye and having him stuck here because we could use a destiny point to say that the Trandoshan has some kind of history with him, and he would enjoy seeing the Trandoshan lose his ship.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's good.
I'd give a free upgrade or advance. What is it? Upgrade for that. Yeah, and then if you also spend a destiny point, that'll be 2. So I'd upgrade that roll by 2.
I like that plan.
All right. Who's got a high charm before we hit him? Yeah.
So I have negotiation with 3 green.
Ooh.
So with 2 upgrades, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
My negotiation is just a yellow and a green, so yours is better.
I mean, I don't think it's ideal to leave like a wake of unconscious or dead bodies.
Yep.
In our, so
not ideal.
This is a better idea. Yeah.
So we're never coming back.
If we can't take him out quick enough, he might have some kind of dead man switch to set off the alarm.
Yeah.
All right.
And if he gives us away and knows that we took this particular part, and everybody knows what ship needs this part, I mean, it could all unravel on us. So
yes,
I like this idea.
All right.
Okay. So difficulty is set there. Who wants to go ahead and make the? I'm going to give 1 second here before you roll. Oh, I've already got I've given you a blue as well, assuming someone is helping on this. So go ahead and make your roll.
All right.
It's negotiation. Yeah. Who has the high? Anyone have a higher negotiation?
Nope.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Negotiation.
Okay.
So in the what do we see? What happens here?
So I think Ascara kind of leans in and says, "So, whoever was asking about this part before."
Hold on, but before you do that, does anyone want to spend a hero point to buy buy a success?
Oh right. I will.
Okay. So go ahead, Arlen. With what you were going to say?
Yeah. So leans in and sort of says, "So whoever was asking about this part before, seems like if they didn't buy the part, it might be because of some bad blood between the customer and the merchant.
Hey,
I'm wondering.
customer's always right, but sometimes it takes me a little time to find that part.
Tell you what, I think it might be worth it to the merchant if these customers got the deal and that customer didn't.
Really? Tell me more about this. I like this idea that it helps the merchant.
Well, imagine, for instance, if a ship that needed this part
Yeah?
wasn't able to be repaired by a certain scaly, not so friendly individual, but was repaired by some sort of, other individuals, and they were able to give this scaly, unfriendly man a little bit of a black eye and kind of pay him back for something that may well and definitely did happen in the past. They're so, the scaly ones, they're so quick with the blaster and to just start shooting. I can't imagine that you're too friendly with the Trandoshan.
No. But in your hypothetical, doesn't that mean that we're left behind with one really angry, blaster-friendly lizard?
Well, maybe said lizard. I think said lizard will have much bigger problems to deal with than little old you, my floating friend.
Oh. You mean he might look bad to the Hutt?
Teemo might have a sense of the failure of the lizard kind and therefore stuck here. What will he do?
Putting the lizard in a position where he's unable to fulfill any jobs that the Hutt may have contracted him for.
Exactly.
Which would not please the Hutt.
Exactly.
Who says droids ain't got a sense of humor? All right, I'll sell you the pot. But hold on.
Woohoo!
He's gonna know I sold it to you, though, right?
We
have
have
more
a
than
solution for that. Vex?
I'm going to use a mechanics roll. Can I either make something else look like one of these things? So we'll buy it, but then can I create a decoy one basically using my mechanics skills? So if he comes back,
Yeah, possibly.
and it says I didn't sell them. I got the one right here. I mean,
Yeah. No, what do I mean possibly? Of course it is. It's Star Wars.
Star Wars. You can do it.
Yeah, you know anyone. Let me.
If I put a couple evaporator cores together with maybe just a translite neutron flow inductor, inside a case of a thing, it would probably look exactly like an HDMI cable.
Okay, so here we go. So all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the difficulty equal to Trex's vigilance. But
Okay.
that's a good idea, and it was great role playing. So I'll give you one free upgrade on this, and if you want to spend any other hero points, guys, you can spend another, or you're good to go.
So
Are the
basically,
hero points the same as the destiny points? Is
Same
that
thing.
what
Yeah,
we're-
I'm just
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
and just to clarify, in this the way it's being Kevin's running it, we can basically buy dark side points.
Yes, you can. Buy
So, like,
right.
for example, I'm out of Destiny, but I could still try to do stuff by giving Kev.
Also, I could be maybe less of a Bush League DM and give you each a hero point because you've all been doing such great role playing. How about
I
that?
love that. That sounds fantastic.
Then I'll spend my hero points.
Nice.
Nice.
Hero points for everyone.
Smiles, everyone, smiles.
All right, you are good to go.
Okay. Mechanics.
Oh, with a triumph.
Awesome, and a triumph on this as well too.
That's awesome.
So, what do you think? I'm open for pitches for the added benefit from here.
My fake looks so good that it would probably get as far as someone trying to install it on a ship before they realized it wasn't actually what it said it was.
Okay.
So if he gets another ship, he probably won't need this. This is really just to show him that, no, I didn't sell it. It's right here.
Yeah.
Not just it looks so good, but it looks so good that it would be worth enough that the Trandoshan comes expecting to buy it and then finds out that, oh no, it's going to cost extra, has to leave and come back again, and so it takes longer to actually complete the purchase.
Aha!
Yeah.
Good thinking.
So I'm like, Vex, great job. Let's get this thing out of here now.
Moments.
Wait, which one is it?
Mine's the better looking one.
This one? Wait. So it's this one, right? This is the right one? Okay.
Yes. I'm very clear on which is which. I'm not going to get them confused. Yes.
Okay. So, in fact, Vern is so impressed with this and loves the idea of taking taking the money and screwing over Trex that he's actually not going to charge you anything for your part.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
That's
you guys get
fantastic.
that, and you've got your part now.
Great.
So
everyone wins.
You can hear sort of like as you're finishing talking in the backyard there, or the scrapyard, you can hear there's a like banging on the inside, and you hear the grunting of Gamorrean voices. And Vern kind of still flapping away, looks over, he's like, "Oh boy, I'll keep him busy. You get yourselves out of here."
All right.
Thanks, Vern. Let's go,
All right.
guys.
And he kind of looks up.
How heavy is it?
He looks up at the big Wookiee.
Gladiator. You're all right.
He goes flying.
You can say whatever you want back to him. He doesn't know.
After the great deal he just gave us, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let it slide.
Is there a low growl?
Yeah, I pat Lowrick on the side. I'm like, thank you.
Maybe he like stops. He looks over at a pile of trash and just kind of like knocks it over.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do now?
Is this thing? How heavy is this thing?
I'm picturing it being like yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
All right,
star.
so it's not going to take like 3 people to carry it.
No. Yeah, like one of you
Okay.
guys, it would be like a hunk of metal about that big.
All right.
So let's go back over the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're back over the fence, and then what's the plan here next? This will help us figure out what next skill checks we're doing.
Right.
So let me ask
Well,
this.
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah. Just real quick, it might be the same question you have, which is actually, man. So we got to go to the spaceport control to unleash the docking clamps. However, is that something we need to do, like while the ship is powering up, while the thing, or is this the sort of thing where we could like go there, clandestinely, sort of casually unhook the docking clamps, then go to the spaceport, get in the ship, and fly off, and no one will be the wiser. Like, what is the procedure here generally when a ship takes off?
So generally it's the docking clamp will need to be released at some point before it takes off. So whether it's that you guys get the ship first and get it ready to go and then head off, then, or whether it's that you're going to go and unlock the docking clamp and then go and get the ship. The docking clamp needs to be released before. Normally, what it is they call in. You'll call in and say like it's landing whatever or whatever ship trying to take off. They make sure you've paid the docking fees and then you're up and gone.
Right. Okay. So, but it's not the sort of thing that they're gonna like notice that it's been unhooked. It's not gonna alert anybody.
Not until it's too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
so long as you don't
know.
roll a despair. That might be
Right.
Some guy, some Duros who's working the docks or working the monitors, kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
red.
Right.
Well, let me flick that nuggle. Well, I just back to green there. Woo! All right, it's quitting time. Yeah.
That was my question, Eric. So that's great.
Okay.
And my question, additionally,
You never know that you guys game together.
it's true.
Yeah.
We're usually in the same location too.
Yeah. Exactly.
But my other question, in addition to that, is about how long do we think it would take to install this into the ship? Is this like hours of time? Or?
No. This is a very kind of like it's pretty much a plug-in, and it'll take a couple of things you need to connect into it.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys think we should do? Should we hit the spaceport first? Spaceport control first, or go to the landing bay?
Sure.
Here's what my thought is this: that if shit is going to get ugly, it's more likely to get ugly at the landing bay. And I say shit and ugly in quotes because those aren't words that this droid usually uses. And it might be to our advantage to have the docking clamps already unlatched in case we have to beat a hasty retreat. We have to blast our way out of this port. It would be too bad if shooting started while we were trying to get the ship and then we couldn't take off.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Guess we go to spaceport control. Everybody, makes sense to you?
I'm okay with that. Anyone else?
Yeah, works for me.
All right.
I'd like the opportunity to kill Trex is what I'd like.
Look, it could happen. We're gonna take his ship, so.
If I see an opportunity, Trex is gonna lose his head, is what Lowrick says.
All right, Jets.
You have my word. I won't reattach it.
That seems fair.
You get a hero point for that. That's good.
Okay, good.
So let's go see Overseer Bryn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are all going? You know how someone doesn't have a disguise right now because it was used to disable or at least they look very scorched.
Yeah, my disguise just is still scorched.
Which, in a way, makes people less likely to look at him because he looks like a homeless man or something that they don't want to.
And it smells. It really adds to the smell effect.
Let's at least head there together and then we can decide who goes in.
You know what? Not to mix genres here, but you know what? One of my favorite films is that Arlen has recently seen is Wrath of Khan. And while there's a lot of great quotable bits in that, you know what one of the less quoted lines is that his thinking, what is it, that his tactics reveal two-dimensional thinking.
Dimensional thinking.
Yeah, right.
Well, so that's one of the things I was thinking is that there's this water tower here, and it basically commands lines of sight all around here and along here and along here. We could put somebody with a comm link up there and a blaster, and they could be our kind of overwatching force while we have the rest of the people in spaceport to try to get some idea about what's going on with the Gamorrean patrols.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
Skara, you have high blaster skill, is that right?
I'm pretty good with my blaster carbine, yes.
And do you have a decent perception? How is your perception?
Perception. Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. Well, you're better at both of those than I am. So, I would say you're a good candidate for that.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
I think that's fine. I can just, if we want to go kind of up this alley or this one, I can just peel off from the group and climb up the water tower and do my best to stay hidden up there.
Okay.
Okay.
The spaceport
Sounds
control,
good.
while purported to be an independent thing, is in Teemu's pocket. Pocket. So that's the situation you'd be walking into here, guys.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Is it possible? I mean, what are the chances that, even though they're in Teemu's pocket, what are the chances that our recent escape, they wouldn't have been alerted to this? He's just sending the guards out to try to sweep us up.
Yeah, I mean, it might be his people who are running around trying to get you guys.
He's just paying these guys off. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. If he called them and say if they showed up, don't let them go. But okay.
He has no reason to believe that we are taking Trex's ship.
True.
He doesn't know about our plan to get off the
true.
world at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
So
thinking.
we may be catching him by surprise with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
Good
that.
thinking.
Okay.
All right, so why don't we at least make our way towards the water tower so Oscara can peel off and, I guess, kind of do something that doesn't look suspicious to get up to the top?
Sure.
I don't know what how we want to try to accomplish that. How busy is this kind of plaza? This little
I think
area
as you're getting
here?
closer to the water tower, to like the spaceport and the landing pads area part of town, there's more foot traffic moving around in here. So there's more crowds. It'll be easier for you to kind of blend in. I'm probably going to set the difficulty at average, unless I spend dark side points.
Okay. Which you would never do. So,
Totally not. For one of Arlen's characters? Are you kidding?
yeah, exactly. So, Eric, I just got to point out that recently Kevin has killed 2 of Arlen's characters. So,
Okay.
Well, and Leocrates is on the ground dying. And
Hey, Leocrates, I'm taking no ownership of. That was a self-inflicted wound.
So
and
every
he took
time.
down Catrell without actually killing her. So
Oh, okay. So I'm clear. Every time Kevin says, "You guys want to spend a hero point?" he's secretly banking his dark side points.
Exactly.
So there is about 15 to 20 of them that he's going to throw at Arlen at a very crucial
I
moment.
really wish I
Right.
had thought ahead and, like, halfway through the session, ripped off my Leia thing to have a Vader shirt on underneath.
oh,
Next time.
Aha!
next time, yeah. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, so here, why don't we do this? I am not going to spend a dark side point. Why don't you give me a stealth check there, please, Oscara?
yeah, I will do that. You ready?
Ready. Whoa,
Nice.
Nice. So what do we see as you make your way, inconspicuously through the crowd and up to the water tower?
I think Ascar is just sort of like, moves with one group and then sort of moves away and moves behind another group and moves away and kind of zigzagging up closer and then kind of almost acting like she totally belongs there, starts climbing up or whatever, however, to get up to the like, I'm assuming that there's like a platform up here that would be a good place to stand on and observe this whole area. Yeah, and so Ascar is kind of up there just looking around, and I wonder if some of the people who don't know yet that she and Teemo have had a falling out do know that she is kind of like a bounty hunter and stuff, and so they know better than to ask questions of the bounty hunter who's scanning the area.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, you're effectively like, Boba Fett at the back of Jabba's palace, right?
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
like, people see you and you're a badass. And,
Yep.
yeah. So I'm just putting some tokens up so we know, should have done this earlier, who the characters are. So we can track through what these folks look like, especially with these awesome illustrations from Fantasy Flight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Their art is always great.
Yeah.
In fact, the guy who's the head of their art department was one of the artists at West End.
At where? West
At
End?
West
Oh,
End
no
Games.
kidding.
Yeah. So he's been working on Star Wars for a very long time.
The Star Wars stuff is all incredible as well too, but in particular the Legend of the Five Rings stuff, like,
Yeah.
fucking hell, it's
It's great.
incredibly beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So all right, so Oscar, yeah, you get up there and then you start scampering up, and I mean, no one. There's maybe like a little. It's a little Weequay girl who's kind of walking along. It's kind of like, "Mama," and points up at you, and the girl's like, the mom kind of looks up, sees who it is like, "No," and hurries along and makes sure that, like, stop pointing. So you are in position. So Pash, Vex, and Loric, you guys are at the side. You can see she's up there, and she kind of gives you like a nod of the head. Oscar,
Okay, so I
ready.
pull out my
Yeah,
comm
you guys-
link.
You guys have comlinks, right?
Yep.
Because I have a comlink. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be pretty silly if I got up there with
Yeah,
a comlink. You guys didn't have it.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey! Hey!
Does anyone have a charger?
Yeah.
Right. I got no signal up here.
All right.
Yeah.
In
Okay,
position.
now, what do you guys think that the rest of us should do? Should all 3 of us go to the spaceport control, or what's our plan when we get there? Like, we obviously... So the situation is, so that we're clear, we need to... This ship owes lots of money. That's why it's been clamped.
So it's got... Trex is notorious enough that they would know whose ship it is.
Uh-huh.
So you could do like social engineering, you could do just like hack it, you could, sneak into the terminal or whatnot. What you know is typically the case is there's typically, how many is it? There's a couple, half dozen technicians usually work the spaceport with 2 security droids. that are near the entrance, and then there is Overseer Bryn as well.
How big? I can't really tell from how big is the spaceport building? Is it just a small little like bunker like the size?
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like what a rural airport would look like.
Okay.
It's like a low thing. I mean, it's secure with the same like thick porstone building that the rest of these are made out of. It does have a big this one has a big bay window that kind of looks out. All of Mos Shuuta is on the top of this kind of like butte. And it's all built around that thing, so it's got this really sweeping view of the deserts of Tatooine.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So I'm wondering if we might be thinking the same thing, Eric, but we go in there and sort of maybe Lowrick and I pretend that we're there to do something else, like we need a permit or we need or whatever. While you sneak off and try to see if you can jack into the system.
Jack into the system and hack it.
Sorry, slice the system.
Yes, as they say.
Well, where does your girlfriend? Which place does she own?
Well, the spaceport is the one where Overseer Bryn is, who I've hit on in the past to no success.
I'm pretty sure that Pash told Lorik it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she works at the spaceport. She's gonna help us out. Don't worry.
Why don't we just talk to her?
Yeah, it's a good idea. That'll go perfectly.
I'm gonna spend a maneuver to adjust my collar.
As a medical droid, I'm probably noticing that he's lying.
Yeah,
because
your heart rate goes up, is flushing your cheeks.
Yeah,
what? You guys, no faith in me.
While you are talking to her, I will be attempting to hack the system and release the docking clamps. You just carry on with your plan. Be aware that I'm carrying on with mine, and the more attention you keep from me, the better I think we will be.
Okay, let's just say that's not necessary, but fine.
Okay.
If that's gonna make you happy, go for it.
It will. If that makes you happy.
Fine. Okay, let's go. All right. Get this situation dealt with.
What is Lorik doing in the interim? Is he coming with him into the... I mean, he's really the one that's the most conspicuous because he's the ex-gladiator.
Yeah, I don't know if he should hide.
I guess to give context here too, remember that at this point, like unless you're sort of... You've got someone else keeping an eye out for you, the Empire tends to kind of enslave Wookiees in general, right? So...
Right. Well, he's got a ghost costume on. He's wearing a blanket over his head with a couple of eyes. And if it's long enough to cover his feet, nobody's going to notice he's a Wookiee.
He probably has my costume added to his kind of ragged and burned one because I was visible enough they could recognize that I'm a Skara. So clearly I'm not in disguise while I'm up there.
Right, right.
And you're going to over... I mean, you could, what are they, Yarkoran? You could pass for that kind of, if you were hunched over and with a big robe on.
Okay. That'll work.
Isn't that
what do you think?
Yeah.
Do I have
that one I can't remember. That one I don't remember.
What species are you thinking of?
The Yak people?
Yeah, I forget what they're called, though.
Hammerhead. Who's Hammerhead?
Star Wars Yak people. A long-lived Yarkora.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, full
good memory
trivia.
though.
This is
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
Jeff, do you think Lorik would want to go check on the ship to make sure it's there, or would you want to stay?
Well, I don't want to necessarily run into
Treks
by myself.
Actually, none of us want that. Not yet, anyway.
Well, he's very dangerous. He captured me the first time, so...
That's true.
I feel like, should Lorik, hide, just outside the spaceport control in case things get bad? And
actually, yeah.
I don't expect things to go wrong in that way, but, just in case.
Guys, she's my girlfriend. What is going to go wrong? This is the easiest thing we're gonna do.
I could only speculate, sir.
I'm gonna put a restraining bolt on you. Okay.
I think it's because of the doctor thing, but I'm picturing Vex having the voice of Brad Dourif.
Oh God.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
All right, so I think the plan is that Lorik's gonna. We're all three of us are gonna go to the spaceport control. Lorik will kind of hide outside and make sure no Gamorreans are coming and can alert us. While Oscar is up on the water tower doing the same thing.
Okay.
All of us on our comms, and Vex and I will then go into the spaceport and have two plans, one of which is way better than the other.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so why don't we do this, guys? Give me another. One of you guys pick stealth check, and I'll give you. I'll give you 2 blues to it as well.
My stealth is terrible, so. Oh, my stealth is okay. I have 2 greens for
average.
stealth. Does
I have
anyone
3.
do?
Yeah, I have 3.
All right.
3, okay.
I'll let a 3 person
Okay.
do the
All
stealth
right.
roll.
Let me know when you're ready, Kev.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Stealth roll.
Boom! Nice.
No problem.
Excellent. Okay, so the 3 of you, what do we see as the 3 of you guys make your way up to the, through the alleyways and then up to the starport?
So I think we're kind of walking through and trying to be casual, but like we're kind of, anytime somebody does look in our direction, we turn our faces away, like as if we're talking or looking at something, just to, make sure no one really gets a good look at us.
Yeah.
And we'll take a meandering route to the spaceport.
Well, and Lorik keeps, like sitting down or squatting down to change his height if people are
Okay.
looking as well.
Yeah,
That's good. And we'll keep checking in with Oscara to see, if she's noticing anything. Or if she can still see us, I guess.
Sure. So as they're making their way up towards the spaceport control, Skara, like you're mainly keeping an eye on the ground, but movement in the unbroken, orange Tatooine sky, it sort of catches your eye, and you look up. There's a ship coming in. You kind of take your scope on your thing, and you kind of look through it. And that's as you guys are making your way into the spaceport control, and the doors kind of open. You guys make your way in, and they close behind you. Once you step through the doorway into the large chamber, crowded with computer equipment and centered around a large holo display showing a plot of the local aerospace. Standing in front of the display with her arms folded behind her back is a human woman played in the film version of our campaign by Evangeline Lilly.
Oh.
She appears to be in charge. And
By Carol Channing. No,
Carol Channing. And when you're coming in.
You stunned me! Sorry, go ahead.
She appears to be in charge as you watch as she speaks into a headset in a formal, commanding tone. Imperial Shuttle Lambda 11238, this is Overseer Bryn with Spaceport Control. You are cleared for landing. Welcome to Mos Shuuta. And she takes it off, and then as she turns around to speak to one of her associates, now, are you trying to keep yourself kind of inconspicuous, or are you okay with being seen, Pash?
Oh, no, I'm walking right up to her.
Okay.
I keep myself sort of inconspicuous. I stand. I mean, it's like I'm with him. I don't hide that, but I'm going to sort of hang back. Like I'm going to let him do his thing,
Sure.
and while he's doing his thing, I'm going to sort of look to see if I happen to be nearby a little R2D2 port that I could casually jack into.
When you walk in, what you see is there are 6 technicians, half dozen technicians of different species working at consoles, and there are 2 security droids that sort of stand near the entranceway. Your attention is pulled to the floor-to-ceiling transparasteel windows against the far wall, looking out into the desert of Tatooine, where an Imperial shuttle is coming in for landing. And we see the distinctive, 3-winged Lambda shuttle, and the wings go up.
Well, I hope they aren't here for us. I hope they...
There you go.
There it is.
Nice. You get a hero point for that. Oh, the wings move.
I hope they're here to give Teemo a hard time.
So you go and... that's an interesting question. Pash, are you trained in Streetwise at all?
Let's see here. Streetwise. I am not trained.
You're not trained, okay.
Got 3 green.
3 screen. Anybody trained in Streetwise at all? Oscara? No?
No.
Okay, then both Oscara and Pash, give me a Streetwise check, please.
Okay. 3 successes and 3 threats.
Okay, so Pash, that's works out brilliantly. You take 3 strain from this because you've heard rumors that one of the reasons Teemo has got such a that why he's such an up and coming Hutt amongst the Hutt clans is because he's got an in with a moth.
Oh,
and you always sort of like, oh, whatever, like everyone always says that they've got the cops on their side. Like, come on, this is really
right.
And you see this thing coming in, and you're just like, oh. So you're sort of stepping towards Bryn, and then you see that, and this is sort of when she turns around and sees you. And one of the things you see, you can picture that when she was doing, I didn't want to do it because I do a terrible British accent, as opposed to my other amazing accents, of course. But she spoke in that like clipped imperial British accent, and when she turns to speak to you, it's in an American accent. So it's clearly like a put-on thing just for the thing. She's otherwise got a Tatooine kind of drawl.
Interesting.
She looks at you, and she's like, "Oh, no, I do not."
Hey, it's me.
You look like
How
you're going
are
to
you?
You need to go sit down.
I'm trying to pretend that I'm not, even though I clearly can't pull it off. So I'm still going along with this plan that I know is never going to work.
Sure.
But I just know that I've been historically lucky, so I just feel like it's going to work out. Even though
the security. Have the security droids now turned their attention to him since the director, she seems upset about it?
I think what we'll do is we'll cut back and forth between like what Vex is doing and what Pash is doing.
Okay.
So Pash has walked up here, and like Pash, what is it you're gonna like? So we're gonna set the kind of the mechanics of this. What is it that you're gonna be trying to do here?
So I'm basically going to try to convince her to do me a favor and to release the docking clamps on the Crate Fang. And I have a reason why. Basically, I'm going to leave her alone forever if she does this favor for me.
Okay. Promises.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
And what is Vex going to be trying to do? Is he trying to just see where those droids are?
Well, I'm going to look for a port that I could jack into without being noticed.
Okay. There probably are ports that you could. It's going to be like the way this thing is set up is sort of like there is clear visibility kind of everywhere. But you're absolutely right that if something distracted the droids, then you can get in.
Because I figure if the ports are like an astromech droid size level, and my port probably isn't either coming out of my arm or anything, I can just sort of stand in front of it and like casually while I'm looking out into the main space, just casually my arm goes down, jacks in, and
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to make a distraction for you.
So what you do is okay. So let's do this round per round. We'll go back and forth on this. So Vex, it sounds like you're trying to get yourself into a position inconspicuously without drawing the attention of the droids, right?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you give me? I think it's either deception or stealth. I think it's probably stealth.
Probably stealth, yeah. And both of these things, for me, suck. So I am going to wait, but I have stealth. I'm going to wait until a particularly dramatic moment between the two of them.
You're able to pick up for free.
Okay.
Like much of the other things, like Mos Shuuta in general is kind of like the poor man's Toshi station. Shit is run down here. Like the droids, as they sort of like kind of to look over.
Yeah.
These are not top of the line models by any means.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. They maybe got like
Got
mismatched eyes, so like the difficulty here is not going to be super challenging.
All right. Well, I'll just give it a shot at what seems like the most opportune moment.
Okay. So let's see what happens here. And we'll
tell me when I'm ready.
Oh, you're good to go. Sorry.
All right. Ooh, looks like a wash.
Oh, so if you got a hero point, you could spend 1 to get a success.
Oh, really?
Do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So what do we see as you sort of inconspicuously position yourself ready to slice in here?
as I sort of slide up to the thing and I notice one of the droids looking, I look around the place and notice there's probably little bits of like electronics or mechanics on the ground, and I sort of casually like looking, I kick one so it sort of clanks off the other side of the wall, and I sort of look over like, oh, that's odd, and
both of them kind of.
I assume, yeah.
Okay, and you got yourself.
And then I plug in and just sort of pretend like I'm just standing here with nobody's business against the wall.
Well, we're gonna cut back to Pash now, and then Pash, what do we see with you?
So out of the corner of my eye, I'm kind of, seeing what Vex is doing, and so I'm sort of maneuvering myself away from that line of sight for her
Like
as I talk to her. Yeah, exactly. Like so. Look, you gotta help me out here. I mean, I think this is gonna be good for both of us. Need a little help with the dock and clamp situation.
Okay. Now, what are you thinking here? Are you trying to trick her? Are you trying to persuade her, or what?
I think I'm trying to make a deal. So I'm basically saying, I know exactly what you want. You want me. You want to never have to see my face ever again, and I can make that happen. I just need one thing from you.
The look on her face tells you, like, oh yeah, that's absolutely what she wants.
But I get that a lot. So, just need a little help, and it's probably gonna upset Teemo too. I'm sure you don't have a lot of love for him.
Technicians kind of look around like, what?
It's like, hey, I'm not talking to you guys. So I'm trying to, I mean, these is legit. Like, I'm trying to persuade or coerce or whatever the
so she looks at you,
appropriate.
She's like, I have Imperial, I've got Imperial officers who are arriving here. I could lose my position if I don't pay attention to this. Pash, what is it you want?
So just unlock the clamps on the crate fang, and I'll be out of your hair right now.
So there's this pregnant pause where she's got this inscrutable look on her face, like, and let's do a dice roll and see how she's going to respond to that.
All right.
Okay, so I think it'll be. Okay.
Charm is probably my best, but could be negotiation or negotiation or.
That was good roleplay too. I'll give you a blue for that.
Okay, cool. Or coercion. So whatever you think.
Your choice. I'm fine. Coercion is more like intimidation.
My charm. I gotcha. Well, charm is my best. That's sort of my lead.
Then that sounds like everything I heard there was charming. So.
Okay. Here we go then.
Here we go.
Oh.
Nice. So there's this look on her face of it's kind of like as if like, are you kidding me? And she says,
like,
fine. Just go.
All right. You're not going to regret this. Trust me. Look, let's have a drink to celebrate our last moment together.
She looks at you. Go.
So I'm halfway unscrewing the.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
Can't drink in here. So because of that distraction, the guards are all kind of looking over. Vex, you can go ahead and make a computers check if you like.
Okay. And
good to go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
Awesome. Okay, so not only are you able to do that, I think that you can also lock it out so it's permanently, like, it'll take some effort for them to fix whatever, like, workaround you've set up on it.
Right, she can't just change her mind the minute he walks out. It's gonna be unlocked unless they go back and hack into the system again.
Precisely, yeah.
Cool.
And then
yes,
you also have an advantage if you want to, so you guys can bank a blue for the next thing that comes up.
I will bank a blue.
Nice.
Let's bank a blue, shall we?
All right. So then, what do we see as you guys are coming out?
So I think we come out, and I'm immediately getting on the comm to check in with Oscara. Oh, we got the clamp situation all handled. There's no problem at all. It's just my charm. That's all we needed.
I don't say anything.
And we're heading in your direction. And then I look for Lowrick to make sure he's okay.
Okay. So you get out there, and Lowrick is sweltering in this heat. Lowrick, why don't you give me
He's just like constantly like, you know how you air yourself out?
Yeah.
And it just like reeks like sweaty looking.
That's awesome.
See, they hear this, like, people are walking by, this heap of things that's moving.
Yeah.
And someone kind of looks up and all they hear is just like... like a dog caught in the sun.
That's great.
Okay, and so you kind of, you know, tap him and you're like, all right, let's go. And you guys walk up to this junction here. And that's when you hear a distinctive voice. It's the Emperor. No.
You actually got me.
Where's the nearest shaft? Let's just throw him in it. Throw him in it.
That is my favorite, what do you call it, Star Wars impression to do, for sure. But no, what you hear is that, like, muffled Stormtrooper sound. There they are! Fire on them! And what you can see, once I look up the thing, is... Suddenly, the crowds thronging the streets of the settlement part, and you see a chilling sight. 3 soldiers in the white armor of the Empire's elite Stormtroopers. We place them there. Boom.
What?
And they're huge!
Oh my god, there he is.
Ah! Run between their legs. It's the only way.
That's
Oh, man. These are the Gulliver's troopers?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's place these guys. Boom, boom, boom. And then... we're at our halfway point. Let's take our 5-minute break now. Take
Alright.
the old man bladders, and then
Yes.
come back, refresh beverages, and we'll see what
Yep.
happens with these stormtroopers.
Excellent. All
Back
right,
in
5
5.
minutes. Bye.
Refresh here. Boom. Okay. And is the only one back. You want to see? Your internet's been great tonight, Jeff.
See, I'm now even more of the belief that it was Google Hangouts.
For sure, yeah. They were just leading
Like,
it
something was wrong, right? Like,
up. Yeah.
I didn't have any problems ever, and then all of a sudden just...
Yeah. Okay. I'm interested to play this back and see how the audio comes over for the music.
Oh, right. Whether it's going to be too loud or too quiet, or
Yeah. I tested it last night, and the audio was at a good level. It's the ambient sound effects, I think, is where it's going to be coolest. Where it's the, like, sound of the Barrymore or the sound of a dungeon or whatever.
Oh yeah, right.
Some of those monster sounds we can use, the dragon roar and whatever. There isn't, or at least I could not find the sound of a firefight, unfortunately.
Well, one more thing.
All right. And although it doesn't look like it on the map, Arlen, I'm foreseeing that you've got line of sight to the Stormtroopers as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I was imagining that they could like come around the same corner as my buddies were coming around, and I'm like, Stormtrooper, right? The comm link goes off as they see them.
Yeah. And I think like what you can see, you saw that land the shuttle coming in. Obviously, you saw it land, and we're like shit, and you maybe saw caught, or not saw, but you caught kind of like little flecks of that white armor as it was making its way through the crowds. And then looking back at the thing, you're like, oh no. And if you're listening in, if Pash had his comm open, you maybe heard that whole back and forth with him and Overseer Brim.
Oh, I made sure it was on so they could hear, how amazing
Yeah.
I am at charming the ladies.
He is quite good.
What's funny is you're playing him exactly the way Dave used to play him.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. I get along well with Dave, so that seems like...
Oh, a different Dave, actually. Dave Uma.
Oh, different Dave.
Yeah. No, our buddy
Interesting.
Dave's been, he's had a change in life circumstances the last little while, so he hasn't been able to make a session for quite a while. But the funniest thing is after after probably a year, maybe and a half of playing, we then had one scene or session where my Corey, my cousin, Cork, had played the Vendry, the Duro spy in the campaign. And he got to like 2 triumphs on a roll, and then established that no, that Pash guy, he keeps telling stories about what kind of pilot he is. It was me. So we had this like long running joke about how like Pash would show up in places and talk about what he did. They'd be like, "Isn't that Vendry? Why do you keep passing off on Vendry stories?" He's like, "What?"
That's awesome. That's great. I'm gonna have to go back and watch those.
Yeah.
Oscar, did you see where that Lambda class shuttle landed? Was it at Docking Bay Besh?
I would assume that it's at Besh, since that's the direction that the Stormtroopers came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's well, as we're coming back from our break there, or our intermission, what we see is we actually open with a small little cutscene.
Cool.
And we see is this darkened interior of a throne room. If you think of something that's a slightly rearranged Jabba's palace, kind of like audience chamber, that's what you'd see. And there's a very agitated Hutt who's there, who is kind of, and someone comes kind of running out, and it is a, let's see, what'll it be? I think it'll be the Twi'leks would be imprisoned. Let's make it kind of like a goggle-eyed Duros. So there's, or not a Duros, a Nemoidian. So the Nemoidian kind of runs out, and I'm not going to do the voice because it'll sound super racist. So they come running out, and it's kind of like, oh, Master, we've checked again. It does appear that the Wookiee is gone. And he's, oh no, we've checked, the droid appears to be gone as well. Well, it does seem as if as if it's Pash who may have made off with him. Rash! And we see Pash in big uppercase letters. And he rolls again. He says, I agree, Master, that Oscara would be a wonderful one to send after him, but it does appear that she has gone as well. And and he slams something on the side, and there's this like hollow thing that comes up, and there's a pause for a bit, and then someone steps in, and it is someone in an Imperial uniform, older, guy. I think, let's see here, who we got left over. You know who it is I can't remember the actor's name, but it's the guy who plays the principal in Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strickland is the character, isn't it?
Strickland, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he comes on and he says, Teemo, I can't be on call all the time. I've got a whole district to run here. What is it? And he kind of, look, I can't send in a Star Destroyer every time that you've got some kind of dispute with your staff. All right, look. Okay. Just look. Hold on. So here he's gesturing at something off screen. All right, I've got a Stormtrooper squad that's on station on Tatooine. I can redirect them and have them in Shuuta. Is that happy? And the Nemoidian again says, that will be acceptable for now. The debt remains. And you can see the guy, the hollow image of this guy kind of glares at the Nemoidian. And it goes out. And the Nemoidian says, the Stormtroopers, Master. They will bring them back. Though perhaps we should have told them to shoot to stun. And you hear the big cry. And then we cut to you guys. So, let's talk about initiative.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Which is really funny in here. So, there's a call-out in the beginner game that says, only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise. And it says, warning, squads of Imperial Stormtroopers can be extremely dangerous to low-level PCs. PCs who cavalierly attack Stormtroopers, expecting an easy fight, may quickly be defeated.
Okay.
GM is encouraged to point out that the Imperial Stormtroopers have a fearsome reputation and suggests that PCs may wish to flee.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And the way fleeing might be called for.
Mechanically, guys, like the way that it works is... All right. Emmy is so excited for Stormtroopers.
Yeah, well, I understand.
Yeah, me too.
So the way that the minions work is there's kind of a death spiral that happens with them as the more of them go down, but they do start quite dangerous at the outset.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Hey, come on. I just got the quick second look back, the fuck you, and then start barking again. So we're just gonna have to wait it out. She's like, no way, fuck you. There's gotta be a rabbit on the front lawn. Okay, so then let's see here. Are we gonna roll initiative, or are we going to? Oh, honey, my goodness. All right, sweetie, you showed him. Oh, ha ha ha! There are two groups of Stormtroopers.
Oh.
One is at medium range. She sounds like she's running out of steam. Her heart's just not in it by the end of it. All right.
So one's at close and one's at medium? Is that what you said?
Long. One's at medium, one's at long.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yes, okay, so then let's do this here. Once they're spotted, roll for initiative using vigilance. However, I will let Oscara use cool instead because you have been keeping an eye out for them. So just let me clear the dice pool here, guys. Clear. Boom. And the way that we do this is just you roll, and we count the successes, and we use advantage as tiebreakers. So
and is it automatic? Like no, it's not, right? Because we don't have to click on our token and etc.
No, this one you just need to roll, and then we'll set how many where the kind of the things are. Yeah.
The slots are, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll do it separately for each group here. Let's see.
Oh, we're doing pretty well.
Oh, nice.
And their vigilance. Okay.
Not so good.
No, that's not bad.
Well, it's only advantages. It's not success.
Yeah, it's better than failures.
One Stormtrooper.
Oh, I guess there are no failures.
There are no failures on this.
Yeah.
Just so This way, hopefully, you won't doubt when I'm rolling my dice. All right, so what do we got here? Whoa, facts! Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
I just clicked on the vigilance, and I only have my vigilance is 1 green. I don't understand why 4 turned up.
Interesting.
But I'll take it. I'm a.
Maybe they're in your pool.
I have 3 in my dice pool.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the first dice there. That you get a success and an advantage. So let's see here. We've got. Did anybody beat 3? Whoa, Laura got a fucking triumph. So it'll be you guys, then the NPCs, then
the rest of us.
The NPCs, and then the rest of you. Yeah, so it'll be one of you, then the 2 Stormtrooper groups, and then the rest of you guys. So who wants to go first? And then we'll just be in a cycle.
It seems like Oscara probably would be the one to go first because she was waiting for something like this to happen, unless we think there's something better that can be done.
Strategically, we might be better off going first and running, but
only one of us
right from
only one character. So
so it would just be one. So I feel like we should we're all going to essentially get to run together because the 3 of us will be last.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And maybe Oscar can take one of these things out, one of the minions out, or reduce their number in some way. If that makes sense to everybody.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Arlen, you're first then.
All right, I will do it. So I get 1 free maneuver.
Just give me 1 second here. I'm just checking something. I think. Oh, awesome! This is one of the advantages of playing in an old game. Is I've actually got Stormtrooper minions loaded in the game.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so sorry, Oscar. What would you like to do? You got an action and a maneuver.
All right, so maneuver to aim, and then seems like, guys, that I might as well take the strain and.
I think you're at extreme right now.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, just because if you're at least 1 range increment away from everyone else. So it's sort of like from if they're they're I think 2 zones away from you. So you'd be at medium. These Stormtroopers I think would be at extreme, and these guys would be out of range. The second group.
All right.
So extreme is what, 4? It's 4 difficulty?
Well, are you allowed to shoot at higher range than your gun is rated for?
No, you're not.
Oh, right.
Okay, that's what I remembered. Okay, so I cannot hit them from here right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you say that over your comm, let's say?
Yeah, out of range, guys.
All right, we'll come to you.
Okay.
All right, so Vex, do you want to start running back that way first?
Yeah, I do have a stun grenade, although I think I could throw it and run.
You can throw it and
I'm very, very bad with it. But
I could take it in 2 ways, but
but take it in the way that says I'm bad with it.
Okay.
But the fact if a stun grenade explodes in the middle of the sidewalk, it's liable to create chaos, which would hopefully only work to our advantage. Yeah, just if the stun grenade exploding in the middle of the street is going to hopefully block their way, even if I don't hit them. So.
May I make a suggestion, guys? You're sitting you're sitting on a blue. Do you want to add something useful to the scene? Like, do you have some kind of creative thing you want to put in there? I mean, Lucas loves adding Rontos to these kind of situations.
Right. Yeah.
A Ronto walking between us.
We'd have to play the game and then later go back and put the Ronto in.
But I always intended it to be there.
Yeah, can you add that in post-edit?
I like the idea of a Jawa riding in Ronto.
Everybody has another hero point, too.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That means we're going to need it.
Yeah, my hero points are grayed out. Like the
because we're using these are house rules. The rules as written, you just sort of like what you can do is give me a dark side point if there's a light side point to get an upgrade, and then I can do the same for you.
All right.
Okay.
So it all happens on your end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like I could shock the Ronto, which is my favorite Peter Gabriel song, with LeBron, and then send it stampeding towards the Stormtroopers to slow them down.
Oh, that's great.
Okay,
like that idea.
I'm
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so why don't you give me a, let me set the difficulty here. The Ronto is going to be insanely easy to hit, so I'm going to give you an upgrade.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your attack roll with the grenade.
With the grenade. So I'm just stunning him. I mean, it's stunning the but okay, so I'm not using the grenade. It says, okay. Results is...
So you could spend a destiny point to add a success to that.
Well, I just got a hero point, so I'll spend it.
That works out.
I'll spend it to make that a success.
Okay. Then I want to use the what you guys have not seen is that those at some point those poor Jawas woke up in Wutik's thing and we're like, you know, kind of, it's like, oh, get out of here if you're not drinking. So they kind of wandered out into the sun trying to figure out what the hell happened. They wander over and they're getting their Ronto ready to go, and then they hear the tink 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 at the ground again. They're like, oh, teeny. So what does the Ronto do as it goes off?
It goes, and it storms. There's one Jawa holding onto the reins, sort of flapping in the breeze, you know, like and it storms right in, smack into the first squad of stormtroopers right there.
So they're gonna have to spend
knocking them
action.
like bowling pins. Yeah.
Yep. So they're gonna have to spend an action to kind of like regroup, and then they'll only have maneuvers.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So
and then I can maneuver and get the hell out of there.
Yes, you can.
Correct?
Yep.
All right.
So you can move.
And you could, by the way, you can also do another maneuver by
taking
taking strain.
Yeah, and you could be at the foot of that water tower.
That's true too. And that's a 2-strain move. Then
Correct.
I'm doing it.
Okay. So
All right.
so you're kind of going along. All right. Then.
Hey, good one, Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the stormtrooper squad that is near there, they're going to get them to sort of like regroup, and then they are going to aim, and that's all they're going to do. The other ones, you hear over, you know, the kind of stormtrooper comms that always go out loud as well too, because, you know, lowest bid military contractors. And they say, what do you call it? Go around, circle around. So they'll spend one maneuver to kind of get into long range, and then one maneuver to start moving their way through here.
Okay.
And that is the end of their turn. So who would like to go next?
So, Lorik, do you have a ranged weapon?
Yeah, I have a blaster.
You want to give it a shot? And
Sure. Lorik, he throws off his giant carpet or blanket, and he's got his blaster out, and he just starts firing away.
Nice. Okay, so they're at medium range.
It is a medium range weapon.
Yep. You go ahead. And they are at medium range, so I've set the difficulty. You roll when you're ready. Oh! So you're blasting away with your laser pistol, but I think the robe threw your aim off, unless you want to spend a hero point.
No, not on this.
Not in this, okay. So you're blasting away, it does not hit. Pash, what are you doing? Oh, you still have a maneuver left there, Lorik, if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run away.
Okay, so move yourself about halfway to where Vex is. You could take 2 strain and make it all the way there if you like.
No, I'll just move halfway.
Okay. Yeah, you're a little overheated with that that big, what do you call it, the robe of yours. Then Pash, what are you doing?
okay, so I want to unholster my blaster pistol, and then I will, for no reason, twirl it around my finger. And then I'm not going to aim, just going to point and shoot.
Okay. It is set for you.
Okay, here we go.
Nice! Oh, but so much threat.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Oh god, I think that's a crit failure, effectively.
4 threats.
You know what I'm gonna say? So one of the options I've got is you could fall prone. That so you do hit, but you sort of like spin it around, and it's in the course of trying to duck over to grab the thing. That you hit you actually fall to the ground, and then get a good shot off. So they take 8 points of damage. One of them is hit, but not down yet. Let me track the damage here too. 8 is okay.
So I'm on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. And I go, damn it, Beckett, why did you teach me to shoot like this? For anybody who saw Solo.
Yeah.
And I'll spend a
strain for referencing Solo.
Yeah. That's
God damn it!
So I
We were
will
doing
then,
so well.
so I'll use a maneuver to stand up,
Scramble to your feet. Yeah, you're like, shit.
and then I'm like, oh man, this is not good. I realize no companions are around me, so I will take 2 strain to then move part of the way.
Yeah.
So I'll catch up with low Rick. So I'm gonna give myself 2 strain, and then I'll move up to low Rick.
Okay, I'll give you a hero point for that as well, too.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
funny.
I'll take it.
All right. Yeah, and I think you saw these stormtroopers making their way down the alleyway, too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go! Just go! Everybody go! Everybody go!
Oscara, what are you doing?
So I think I can spend my action as a maneuver and my maneuver to do 2 aiming to be ready for when they get into range.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna, I've got my blaster carbine kind of balanced on the edge of the thing, and I'm crouched down and looking through it and just waiting for them to come around the corner.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. All right. So then it is, I think, top of the round. Vex, you get to go, and then it's the stormtroopers. Because you went.
I don't see. I mean, I have a small blaster, and that's it. I feel like the best thing for me to do is just keep running.
Yeah,
And I only have 1 grenade left, which we'll probably need for something.
I agree.
So, yeah, I have a light blaster which has medium range, and we're out of medium range from these things, right? From the stormtroopers, right?
Currently.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are effectively.
Yeah.
Let me think here. I think
Long
you're
range?
extreme range right now from them.
Extreme range. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep running towards the running in the direction towards Oscar is still in the water tower. I'm gonna start running in the direction towards the spaceport.
The landing bay?
And I'm gonna say the landing bay. Yes.
Okay.
And say and tell them that I'm going to the landing bay, guys. So
Yeah, keep going, I say to the...
Get that part
Yep.
installed.
All right.
Lord yells.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay. All right. So then it is the stormtroopers. So we've got one that is. Let's see here. So you moved 1 maneuver to get away. So you would be.
yeah, where would I be?
Range Pash. So I think they're going to be a maneuver to move up to medium, and then they're going to open fire on Pash. Oh, we introduced over the course of the campaign. We introduced that his full name is Pashel.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone was like, wait, what? Okay, so Pashel, let's see if this actually works correctly for me here. Boom.
Whoa, that's okay. I hit.
Okay, so they're all firing away. You are tagged, and that is blaster rifle. So that's 10 points of damage.
Whoa.
Minus soak.
So
Oh, right, minus
not
6.
quite as
So that's
bad.
6. So that's strain. It's all going to be strain.
no,
then?
that's all
No,
wound.
no wound.
Yeah.
That's all wounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're saying, that the Nemoidian was saying that, oh, we forgot to tell them to stun them.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at 6.
My Nemoidian is really mincing.
Yeah, I know. I know.
All right, I put a little too much like classic Scar into that. Okay, so the that was one group of the minions, and then the other ones are going to, let's see here. I think they're gonna.
These stormtroopers seem better trained than the other ones I've encountered in the past.
Yeah.
I say to Lowrick.
Okay, so they're going to be racing off in that direction, yeah, towards the spaceport. So you can sort of see Lordic through the alleyway. They're there, and I think I'll take a shot with them, but I'm going to give you 2 black worth of cover
Nice.
on their shot here, Loric. So, as that old Shadowrun adage goes, geek the Wookiee first. And that's a miss. You do take
great.
a black on your next action, I guess, just from them blasting away there, Loric. But they miss you completely. Okay, so then it is on to you guys. So all of you guys get to go now. Who would like to go first?
I'll let. Well, Oscar, you want to go first so we can see?
Are you in range yet?
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah.
I just turned to Lowrick and go like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, Oscara, you may want to At this point, I don't know if it makes sense for you to just get down off the water tower and come with us, because I don't know if they know to go after you specifically, and also like if we end up in that ship and you're still stuck on the water tower, we might be in trouble.
Why? We can do a dramatic Star Wars pickup off the top of the water tower.
You're right. You know what?
Right. That's
I'm
right.
into it.
Or
Absolutely.
I was just gonna do like a leap and roll off of it and use my hero points to hopefully succeed at that.
You know what? I'm not going to give you any advice at all.
One thing
I like all of these things.
one thing you could do for editing the scene too, say that I'd buy is that if there was some kind of cable running up to that water tower.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
Like
You know, you could also, if they went past, you could blast a hole in the water tower, spreading water in the street and slowing down the stormtroopers. Even.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, but then that would we don't want to hurt the whole town like that, do we?
We don't give a shit. Let's get out of here.
Ascara gives
The
a shit.
fucking Hutt town, man.
I think
Yeah.
The
Lorik
bounty hunter cares? Come on.
Well,
The
also,
bounty
I think Lorik
With the
is
heart of
picturing-
gold? Who
I
is
think,
this
Lorik,
bounty
you've
hunter?
got every single one of the fuckers in town have been to your gladiatorial fights and been cheering for you to lose.
Exactly. I hate everyone in this town.
Yeah. Okay. So who wants to go first? It's either one of Oscara, Pash, or Lorik, and then
Okay.
Vex gets to go.
I'm gonna do a maneuver, and I'm gonna use an action to do a second maneuver, so in order to move twice.
Okay.
So does that get me to Vex basically?
That puts you to about where Vex is now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get myself over here, and now the question is, I think I'm gonna use 2 strain to take another. I want to get to the ship and see if there's anything waiting for us. That's
Sure.
bad news.
So you could get to like around here. That's actually
Okay,
a
so-
good thought too, because you know what you just dawned on you.
Nope.
Trex doesn't work alone.
Yep.
He's got
Ah,
2
okay.
security droids that he always brings with him.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm heading towards landing bay so I can figure out like if we got any other adversaries on
Okay.
the other end here.
Love it. Okay, so Lorik, what are you doing?
Okay. Well, Lorik will use his move and his action to get past the water tower
Okay.
so that Ascara can... And he yells as he runs underneath it, "Bring it down on them!"
Okay.
And he runs past.
So,
Nice.
yeah, you're up to about where Vex is. Now, you could take 2 strain to do one more maneuver, and then move
No,
another.
I'll stay so that Vex... He'll essentially, like, park here so that Vex can get going and
Okay.
keep protecting him.
Okay. Oscara.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome.
So can I keep just stacking aim and get more blue
No,
dice?
I think there's a cap of 2, isn't there?
Okay, that's fine.
To be honest, I can't remember.
I
That's
don't
fine.
remember
No,
either.
I'm happy to do cap of 2. I don't think I want to get down quite yet, so I think I'm going to keep my aim up and just, getting ready for the dot still.
Yeah, and I think that the way it works is that like you do need to keep spending those actions, like they last till the start of your turn.
Okay.
I
So
think-
yeah, I'll spend my maneuver and my action as 2 maneuvers to keep aiming, to keep getting ready for the shot.
Yeah, 2 consecutive max 2 consecutive aims to get +2. A character only gains the benefit of aiming if he remains in his current position and does not perform any additional maneuvers or actions before his next combat check.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, so I mean, effectively, you're just kind of skipping your turn, waiting for them to get around, I guess.
Yep.
To range. Okay, speaking of stormtroopers, Vex gets to act first.
Vex is going to run. Use a movement to the action to run, and then
Yep.
the movement to run. So I guess I'd get it right there.
Yeah, about there. And I
Is
think
that right?
what you see there is there are 2 droids, and these are kind of the illustration they have. You guys, if you played Knights of the Old Republic, the whatever it is, the HK
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of these. I mean,
Oh,
these
okay.
are fucking 3,000 years old, but that's what sort of it's something similar, like a modern iteration of those things that kind of look up. They're mostly rust. They're still quite deadly and effective, but they're mostly rust. And let's see here. Vex. No, it's nothing. I'm trying to think you would know something. I don't think you would. Okay, so Vex, you still have. You could take 2 strain to have 1 more action or 1 more maneuver if you like.
Where would it? How far would it get me into the?
You could basically run up to where these droids are if you wanted, or you could kind of wait.
I'm gonna. They aren't like.
Well, they don't know that we're.
Anything. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
know
I mean,
what
they
we're up
don't.
to yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I may need that strain later, so I'm gonna wait until. Yeah, I'm gonna wait here.
Okay. See if I can grab something from the. Whoop. Wow, turns out I got a shit ton of droids in my thing here. You know, dude. My asset library here. Let me put a couple battle droids down there because, as Jeff knows, I love saying Roger, Roger. So.
Who doesn't?
Really, like. One of the true joys in running a Star Wars game is being able to do all the stupid voices. Or shit imitations thereof, I guess. But it's so much fun. Okay. All right, so those where those droids are. That means it is the Stormtrooper's turn. Now, I don't think... they have no reason to have seen Oscara, so they're going to move to here, where they are now medium range from... Oh, Lorik, you made a double move, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Sorry.
So they need to be right here, basically. They're kind of running near where the water tower is to keep you at medium range. And then these guys, I'll make a shot with them in a moment here. These guys are racing along. They're going to have to go through town here. So they're coming out over here. Oh, Lorik. Lorik, my friend. Now, I'm going to take one quick moment and look at upheld actions. Because I think that you're going to trigger before... you'll be able to attack before them, Oscara, I think, if you want to. And I'm just curious, because this is... this session is at your request, and we're doing this to partly learn the rules. I figured I'd take the opportunity to look it up, so you'll know for yourself. If I cannot be a lesson to follow, I prefer to serve as a cautionary tale. So let's see. Check.
Well, and you are the picture in the online guide of a cheating DM, so...
Totally, yes. I did a podcast episode recently about lethality in DMs, and I think I had 2 players call in and were like, no, you're a killer DM. You're absolutely a killer DM. Like, they got 3.
It keeps it fun.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps, the
Yeah,
stakes
no,
are there.
it's a lot of fun. It's... And one of them wasn't me, if you guys can believe that. Despite it being my characters.
Wait. But one of them was.
No, I didn't even call in to tell Kevin that.
Oh, okay. Because he said 2 people called in, and then you said, well, it wasn't you, but, I mean...
I will let you go now. I'll let you go now. That's fine, and I'll look up... I can't... It's not easily accessible here. So go ahead and make a shot. So they are now going to be at short range, actually. Let me adjust the... For you, let me adjust the... boom.
Short range and 2 blues for aiming?
Oh, yeah, hold up 1 sec here. Boom, boom. Go right ahead.
All right.
Whoa. Holy shit! Okay, so do you want to spend those points on a crit hit?
So I can spend 3 on a crit hit.
Yep.
And then I can also... I can spend 2 of them to give them a black, right? For shooting?
You could... Yeah. And then... Yes, you could. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it seems like that's the thing to do, is to spend for a crit hit and then make them have more trouble hitting Lorik.
Absolutely. So you still also did 10 points of damage to them, which means that another one goes down.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, you start raining fire down on them. And then he will have a black on his attack. Excellent. All right, so let's set the difficulty for hitting Lorik here. We're going to put a black in there. And actually, I'm going to downgrade the attack twice. Oops, because they're down troopers. Oh, miss, but 3 advantage. So one of them is blazing away at you there, Lorik. Oh, gosh. You drop your blaster, Lorik.
Oh.
It blasts it out of your hand. And then the other troopers, let me reset this here. Boom, are going to attack. So for those listening at home, I normally don't roll dice in the chat here, but we always started doing that with Star Wars when we run it before, and it adds a different dynamic when you're kind of rolling in front of everybody. So
Yeah.
here we hold on. It had 2. No, it didn't. 2 downgrades. So yeah, 1 hit. Lorik, you take 10 points of damage.
Damn.
Lord.
From that second group of Stormtroopers. Remember to apply your soak of, I think, 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it hits you. Arrgh! You growl. My Wookiee is not good.
No.
All right, so then that is it, guys. Back to our heroes. What are you doing?
So does that shot that I made count as my action for?
Nope, that was a held action, so I'm fine with that. You're
Right.
back in the game.
Then I want to take another shot at this last one.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me set the
Yep.
correct difficulty. Sorry. Good to go.
All right.
Oh,
Oh man.
He falls back and clatters into a heap of, I think there's a carpet stall there that he falls into. Okay, that was just your action. You still have a maneuver?
Okay, so spend a hero point to have like a cable or something,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then I can do. I'm thinking athletics would be what makes sense to try to like slide down the cable.
No, you can totally do that. It's Star Wars.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that is
You're
not
not
a
even gonna-
challenging task for Star Wars. This seems like any given Tuesday.
All right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Then I'm gonna get to the bottom of the water tower, and then I'm gonna.
You put yourself here. You put yourself here. Whoops. Here, or you put yourself here.
Well, I basically want to be next to Lorik, so if I can be for free, then I'm gonna
Yep.
be right next to him.
Done. Why don't you give yourself 2 strain just from taking the extra maneuver to land safely?
Yeah.
You're kind of like
sounds good.
zip down and poof. Yep. Okay. All right. Then we got Lorik or Pash can go as well.
I thought it was one oh so that was the end of
Oh,
that?
but we
turn?
all end up together after the first round because of like the way it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And technically, you guys could all go. So like, I'm keeping Vex at the out, but you guys could all really go in whatever order you want.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use a maneuver to take a stim pack out, and then I'll use my action to give myself a stim pack
Okay.
to heal some of this
Yeah,
damage.
you got 4 wounds back.
Okay. And then I'm not going to use any strength, so I'll just stick with that for now.
Fills up. Okay, so, and then Lorik, Vex. What do you guys want to do?
Trying to decide if I would pick up my blaster or just run.
Huh.
Tough call here.
Yeah.
Well, you still got your vibro axe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's probably what he's much more comfortable with.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stick my neck out and speculate that if we steal this bounty hunter ship, there'll be extra weapons on board that you could then.
Oh yeah, I'm not too worried about the
Yeah.
weapon in the end.
All right.
I think that Lorik's just gonna run.
Okay. So you can get to, I think, where Pash or Vex is, because Vex took 2 minutes
Yeah.
to get there.
Yeah.
And then
All right.
okay, yeah. And I see the security droids.
And let's say they are repurposed battle droids. I kind of dig that anyway.
That's cool.
But
Are
their heads don't match, though. You know?
Awesome.
One's got like a commando head on it. The other one's got like yeah.
Now, do we know? Do I recognize that they're who's always stationed outside this landing bay, or they
Yeah.
look like? Okay, so they're not like specifically what's his name's droids.
They are
Tracks.
his droids, and they're
Yeah.
marked. He's got like like the Trandoshans have that like weird like middle claw
Yes.
thing. So
Yeah.
they've got like a bloody mark on the front of each of them to mark it.
Oh wait, Kev, can I say something too when I arrive there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I say to 41 Vex, I say, those droids are probably his slaves. Maybe we can turn them on him.
Good thinking. I'm not sure how would I go about hacking them were I to want to do that. I would have to.
Well, first thing is, and I don't think you need to make a roll for this, but you can see they would have restraining bolts on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends.
How big a procedure is it to take a restraining bolt off?
So that would be an action to get the restraining bolt off, but I think you would also need to. These things would be hostile to that happening.
Yeah.
Because they're programming.
Right. I'm inclined to blow by them and just get inside the ship. Is my thought. Yeah.
Well, they're going to be trying to stop you.
Well, that's the thing. Like, is this landing bay? Is there more than one ship here? I mean, is it like I would assume a landing bay at a big city like this has a small collection of ships who have landed
It's not really
here.
a big city. This is more of a podunk kind of town. There probably is 1 or 2 ships in there, but it does look like they would stop you from going in.
Yeah.
You guys are in particular. Vex, not so much, but I mean, Trex is for sure familiar with Oscara, with Lulric, and with Pash.
Okay.
You could maybe fake your way past them.
Yeah, maybe if I just sort of walk straight past them like a droid who's just been programmed to do something specific, just sort of walk straight in.
Wait.
You're bringing the part.
You're bringing the part delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I start walking towards them and I say, I just walk. I carry the part. I start walking, see if they say anything to me.
Okay. Guys, do you hear that? No?
No.
Are you sure?
What is it?
Sounds like everyone got a hero point.
Oh!
Awesome.
Okay, so, Vex, you're making your way forward. Now, I think that this is going to be a deception thing. The difficulty won't be... Oh, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you... Let me reset the thing here. Let's see what their vigilance is. Okay, turns... It seems that Trex does not spend a lot of money on his droid helpers. I'm going to give you, because of he doesn't know you, I'm going to give you 1 blue. And because it's a good plan, I will also give you a free upgrade.
That's good, because my deception is 1 green.
Ah.
Well, you
Which
just
is
got
why my plan was to just walk straight ahead. So, but I just got a hero point, so let's just roll it. I've got some advantages, so let's see what happens.
Okay.
And go.
Nice!
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So you make your way forward. What do we see as you sort of, like, walk past these without drawing their attention?
I just, I sort of straighten myself up so I look like the most straightforward, primitively programmed droid, and I just walk straight by with this thing like I've got a job to do. Don't even make eye contact. Just sort of go like I'm like one of I have as much personality as a gonk droid. You know, a box with legs. I'm just walking straight through with a part like
I'm
just
a box
that's my
with
job.
legs.
Yeah.
I love that description.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move yourself into landing bay aura.
Okay. And I assume the Fang is in there.
The Crate Fang is in there, which is a customized YT-1300 light.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. They
Sweet.
know, the good folks at Fantasy Flight Games, they certainly know when to apply the fan service. So.
That's right. Yeah. Totally.
All right, so you walk in and you can see that thing's there, and actually the landing platform is down.
Oh, I just walk straight up as though it's my job.
Okay, plank, 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 and then you hear the sound of someone moving, who walks down the hallway, and nearly walks right into you. And this is a 6'3" lizard. And if you're familiar with the bounty hunter Bosk, and we certainly know what a Trandoshan looks like. And Captain Trax walks up. And it's like, what are you doing on here?
And I just say, reporting with replacement parts, sir.
Okay, so on your next turn, we'll see how that goes.
All right.
All right, so we still have,
Awesome.
let's see here, who has not gone this turn? Has everyone gone?
I went. I think everybody went.
Everyone went. Okay, so then it is the Stormtrooper's turn. And I think they're at short range from Oscara right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Oscara, you got no cover. Oh boy. But you fortunately have armor. Now, what kind of armor is it you wear?
I wear padded armor. So no defense, but 4 soak total.
Now I'm going to check here and see if... Because I don't think that the game introduced, or the intro game introduces the idea of defense. Because it is a weird bit of complexity to add to the game. But I wonder if padded armor actually grants...
Padded armor, no. It's
not? Okay.
I'm looking at it in the book. It's 0 defense, 2 soak.
Okay. That may have been an excuse for me to get you to look at your brand new book!
Yeah!
Okay, so, alright, so then there's no, what do you call it? No cover. Let's see here. Pow! Oh, man. Okay.
Wow.
So, that is 12 points of damage from when that hits.
Wow.
And the...
Destiny point can do anything there?
it cannot. No, not...
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's see here, but, oh, it has the stun setting. What does that do? No, they weren't going to stun. They haven't stunned at all. They've been shooting people. So
Yeah.
the extra 2, I am going to... I'm going to have spent... Oh, I'll spend the extra maneuver that they could get from it. You know what? You take an additional 2 strain from that as well.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'll do from that. Okay. That is the end of them. Back to our heroes. What are you guys doing?
Do we want to start with Vex?
Oh, yeah, okay. So this, the Trandoshan is staring down at you, and you said delivering the parts. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see here. I think that'll be that. And does he have anything to... Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So he's kind of looking down at you with those yellowed eyes, trying to see whether he's going to buy this nonsense or not. And I think I'm going to give you a green, or not green, I'm going to give you a blue just because he does not respect droids whatsoever.
Okay.
He doesn't give you enough credit to think that you would bamboozle him. So give me a deception, please, roll.
All right. Deception. Yes. And
Despair! Oh, despair. Okay.
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think what he does, he kind of looks you up and down and gets this grin. I've got a toothy grin that goes across his face, and we'll cut away from that, and we'll see what happened in a moment.
Man.
Okay. Then, who else wants to go?
Lorick, what's your plan? You're
Well, do you have
you're
comms?
We do have comms.
Okay. Lorick is going to take off this way to go around the warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to the edge there, and you can kind of picture that you do that kind of like whoa, 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 you know, thing at the edge because it goes down about like 200 meters.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah.
In fact, hold on, I can. As you're walking along the edge there, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So the wind picks up. So and then what are we doing next there, Lorick?
Well, he's just sneaking along the that scary little cliff to go around the warehouse.
Okay. I'll let you.
I'm trying to sneak around so that I can get over here and surprise
climb.
these 2 idiots.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I don't have a blaster, so I gotta get close to them so I can hit them with my axe.
Would you kindly give me a Let's see here. Give me a stealth check. I've set the difficulty.
Okay. It's under skills, I guess?
Yeah. Oh, man. How do I...
Oh!
Wow.
Whoa! Okay, so what do we... This is just like you going limb to limb on those massive trees on Kashyyyk. What do we see as you make your way along there?
Absolutely. And he also, really feels like, now that stormtroopers are chasing him, and he got shot, this is the first time he really feels like he's sort of fleeing for his life,
Sure.
not just his freedom.
You know what I'll let you do? If you want, you can be on the roof of Warehouse Orek and be, ready to leap down on them.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So he finds a way up right here.
Okay. Now,
Cool.
let me see here. Remind me, guys, how do I whisper to someone again?
/W.
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 And then the name of the...
Oh, yeah.
And it's the current display name.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically stand my ground and ready an action until Ascara gets closer, and if the, as the stormtroopers pursue, I'll shoot at them. So I'd say that too over the comm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so who wants to go, next here?
So probably me. Can you take as much strain as you want from as many maneuvers as you want, or is
No,
it just
max
one?
2.
Max 2 maneuvers.
Max 2 maneuvers, and that includes max 2 from the 2 advantage spend as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a shot at them.
Okay, go ahead. Let me make sure I think the difficulty should be... No. Boom. Yeah, good to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
Another crit.
Another
what,
crit?
Do you want to spend on that?
Yeah, I want to.
The advantage of spending crit on minions is minions can't take crits. They go down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's 1 down, and then it was 11 points of damage. 2 of them are down. Jeez. So what do we see as you're blazing away at these things?
So we see Ascar kind of take a hit and fall to a knee, and then brings up the carbine and pop.
Nice.
2 of them right down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Ascara is gonna beat feet and try to get out of here. So to get to Pash, is that 2 maneuvers? I'm gonna guess.
I think that from there from me it was 1, but
I think it's 1 from there.
Oh, I was thinking 1 to here and then another 1 to here.
I think it's 1 to get to Pash because he's part way down.
Okay, well then I will spend my 1 maneuver to get to Pash.
cool.
That'd be
That's awesome.
next
That
to
was
you.
great. I kind of give you... Nice.
Last time I ran, I forgot about this, but last time I ran the game, I had a whole soundboard I was using.
Oh.
Although, you know what? I mean,
That's fantastic.
I don't want a copyright strike from the LucasArts on Disney Now library, so
Yeah.
maybe I should not.
Right.
That's why you're hearing music that ain't Star Wars music right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
I feel like
they're paying real bots just to scour their internet for those sounds now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here.
I don't know.
So, Oscar, yeah, so you blast the 2, you've run over there, and... Okay. So then, sorry, does anyone else have to go here, or...?
Pash. So what he's going to do is he has to do what Ascara was doing and ready for that trooper to get into range.
Okay.
Or get into sight. So he's going to spend a maneuver. So I guess he's aiming for the spot where that corner is.
Sure, yeah.
To try to take this stormtrooper out if he shows up.
Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so everyone has acted now then. Oh, Lord, did you want to be up on this warehouse, or did you want to work your way around back?
Oh, yeah. No, that's
you
right.
jumped down
Yeah, I'm
on
up
him.
on top. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down on him.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so the Stormtrooper, he is going to spend a maneuver to get here, and another maneuver to get here, and Pash, go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right.
It's
Here
set.
we
Good to
go. Okay, here we go.
Hold on.
Ah.
Hold on a second. Oh, it's a black. So the blue would have been a hit. I forgot to give you a blue for your aim. So that's a hit and 2 advantage.
Great.
Cool.
So that's 7 points of damage. He's not quite down.
The 2 advantage.
So you could buy
Can
him
I use that to
for
reduce
free.
strain?
You could remove strain for 2, yeah.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
So then I can do an extra maneuver later if I need to.
All right.
All right.
And
Okay.
then, did we start the turn with Vex, or is he next?
Yes,
already
we did.
Vex.
We started turn with Vex. Okay.
He did.
Yeah,
He rolled
'cause
his
the
despair.
Trandoshan
All right.
now.
And then, so then the Stormtrooper's not down, which means he does get to make 1 shot here. Oh, I gotta give him. Get rid of that. I gotta give 2 downgrades because he's only 1 left. You guys have killed all my Stormtroopers, and he misses.
Awesome.
Stormtrooper aim sets in. He misses. Okay. So then it's back to you guys. Vex, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, well, what has he done? Because I was just going to walk straight to the engine room
Yeah.
and start installing.
Vex, did you get my whispered message?
Oh, whoops. No, there's a lot of rolls. Oh, hang on, yes. Okay.
So can I check in with
Okay.
get the Vex over the comm and
Yes.
go, Vex, everything going okay?
I try to pull my comm unit. I pull my comm link out. Does my restraining bolt prevent me
You
from
have to
pulling my comm link
Yeah,
out?
you have to go through with what you've been now instructed.
But that doesn't mean I can't do something else that doesn't impede it, does it?
It does effectively. Restraining bolts really kind of shuts down a lot of the higher functions.
Okay. Vex is doing what he has been told, and I walk out very what's the word? Mechanically,
Yeah.
holding a stun grenade up like this, and I'm walking towards you guys.
So it would put
I'm
him
probably
right
about here.
He's not quite at you guys, but you can see he's walking towards you
Vex,
guys.
what are you doing?
Why don't, let's see here, Oscara and Pash, actually, and Lorik, you would have an opportunity. Let me set the difficulty here, because of the size of this thing.
Is there any reason I can't tell him what I'm doing? Because
Yeah,
that
because
would
the restraining bolt. I'm assuming
Yeah,
so a despair is when some like really awful turn of fate happened. So I've just
Okay.
what we've seen is that he was effectively on his way to go and set up one of these droids, and he's like, poof, restraining bolt goes on there, and he goes, shh,
That's good.
and hands you the
All right.
grenade and sends you out.
All right,
So,
cool.
let's hear.
Can everybody else see Eric? Because I lost his camera.
Oh, can you not see my camera?
I can see you.
Yeah.
Maybe just hit reconnect, George.
Okay,
If you go to the cog and hit reconnect.
Yeah. got it.
Yeah. Boom, you're back.
I just pressed reconnect too.
Got
So.
it. Got it.
Okay,
Perfect.
Awesome.
So, Pash, Lorik, and Oscara, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Alrighty.
Perception.
Not for Pash.
Nope.
Ooh, Oscara.
Oh man.
Lorik.
Oh.
Oh.
So this all looks fine.
So I'm gonna give. I'm gonna use that to give Vex his last maneuver he needs to get to you guys. So Lorik, you see it, and kind of like Dog trying to figure out what's going on. You kind of like, why is he out there? So he walks up. Vex, go ahead and give me.
And
an
I'm
attack.
walking. Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack. All right.
Yeah, let me just set the difficulty here.
La la la.
Boom. Boom. Now I will. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to give a black because you guys did get advantages. I'll give you some cover here to reflect the advantage you got.
Mhm.
Go ahead and make your roll, Vex.
All right. Hang on. I'm in combat. For the record, this is my last stun grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I have 3.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Oscara, Pash, and Vex. You each take 9 points of damage.
But it's
Strain.
strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this soak. Wait, I forget how.
Stun. I think soak applies to stun. Can't remember.
I think it does.
Yeah, I think it
Let's see
does.
here, because there is a different. They didn't make a distinction or name things differently. There's a stun effect and there's a stun damage.
Mm-hmm.
So stun grenade is 165. Let's see. Stun grenade. It's incredibly helpful. Stun grenades stun their targets. Thanks, game.
I'm looking in
I
the
don't
combat
think so.
section under soak.
So stun damage, it's under page 157.
207 is soak.
Damage is
and it
still
says-
reduced by soak. Yeah, so
Okay.
stun is still reduced by soak.
Okay.
So it'll
Great.
take
So
9.
it was 9 minus. So
Yeah, and then you apply
I
that to your
should-
strain.
yeah.
And I was tossing it at them. Right?
Okay, yes. Soak
No,
does not
you
reduce
walked
strength.
out and then detonated it in your hands. That's the command he gave you.
Oh, okay. So I take that as well.
You do as
I'll
as,
take the 8.
Yeah. So apply your
Man.
soak,
All right.
and then take
Well,
whatever's
let me
left
figure out
over
what
as,
soak is
strain. Okay, so that happens.
As he was I suddenly have a realization. I'm like, no.
Yeah. All right. But the
All right.
upside is that
Where's my
shot,
soak?
it disrupts the restraining bolt. It is now off vex, so next round you'll be able to act normally.
Okay.
Lorik, Oscara, and Pash, and I think Lorik, you maybe heard that thing go off. There's a grenade that went off where they were. Oscara, Pash. Well, first off, is everyone still up? No one's exceeded their strain
Yes.
threshold, right?
No.
Okay, great.
Yes.
No.
Still up.
Okay, then Lorik, Pash, and Oscara, you guys have actions.
All right. Well, I definitely want to shoot this stormtrooper here. So I'm gonna aim and shoot.
Okay. So let me add a blue. Get rid of that. Go right ahead.
Okay. Boom. Oh.
He's down. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
I am not gonna take any strain. Oh wait.
Well, you can.
I've got. I can use a destiny point to move.
Yep. You got one advantage from that blaster pistol shot if you want to reduce strain as well.
I think that I'll do that. I don't need to move yet. I want to wait till Lilric makes his first attack, and then I'll join him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reduce my strain by 1.
Okay. So you kind of are catching your breath. You sort of stagger back, see that stormtrooper there. You sort of like casually just shoot him down, and then kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oscar and Loric, what are you guys doing?
Well, Lorik pulls out his vibro axe and he leaps down onto this droid here.
Nice. Okay. Let me set the difficulty. I think I'm going to give you a free. I'll give you a blue.
I can make an athletics check if you want.
No. I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out what the kind of like flat-footed bonus would be. I think a blue will be good. So dice pool is ready to go whenever you are.
Boom. Vibro axe.
Oh man!
Holy shite.
You landed a little harder than you expected. But yeah, that is going to be 12 points of damage. Oh
Wow.
my god. So yeah. That one that had the commando droid's head is completely scrapped now. But I think that when you hit... Let's see here. You know what? You fall prone. That's what I can get with those three. So you hit the ground, you kind of... Wow! You still have a... Oh, and it was maneuver to jump down, I guess. So you could take 2 strains, take another maneuver if you want to get up.
No. No, I'll just get up next turn.
Okay. Right, so then I think it's only Oscar left to go, right?
Yeah. So maneuver to move to here or so.
Okay.
And then this battle droid, is it like guns up and ready, or is it like?
It's going to be
Like
turning towards where Lorik is right now. There's a giant Wookiee just kind of screamed and, Wookiee Tarzan yell. Revenge of the Sith style.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why don't I take a shot at him, because I don't want him to shoot Lorik.
Heck yeah.
Lorik's my buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, let me set the difficulty here. Sorry, I think these things are pretty easy to hit. That's going to be short range now, so go ahead. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Man.
Is that one solid hit, or is that like a barrage of blasts?
Wow.
Well, I think that's like 1 or 2 in the chest, and then that, as it's falling back, pop another one right
Nice.
in the head.
Okay,
Nice.
that is down. Wow.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
then it is. I think that's the end of the turn. So I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? I think this is when he comes out. I was trying to find a token for this, and he's gonna come bursting out, kind of like. Now I'll use this. This is a show bat. It's not a. What do you call it? Not a Trandoshan, but it'll serve as big and scary as he is. And he comes out, and he's just like shouting and opening fire almost as soon as he gets on the ground. He's like, "Take my ship! Take my ship, will you?" And pow! He fires at, I guess, Oscara is the one that's probably the most visible. And I think you're going to be at medium range. So I'll set that. And his, let's see here, range light. Here we go. Boom. How does that go? Oh, 3 hits. Okay, so his... That's with his heavy blaster pistol. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh.
That's not good.
So that, what do we do for wounds over the threshold?
Then you take a critical hit. So go
No, but
on.
I mean, is it just to 12 or?
Just goes to a critical hit then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Because you're over your threshold, so then... And I think it might be every 5, but let's just not worry about that for now. So go on your character sheet, go to the critical hit area, and then click on the dice. Because it'll apply... It'll get...
Oy.
Critical injuries roll critical?
Yeah.
Yeah. Headringer.
Headringer. Difficulty of intellect and cunning checks. Oh. So it, scat. I mean, I think it hits part of your, like, padded armor. Doesn't it hit you in the actual head, but it definitely rings your bell.
Well, and maybe because I was standing at, like, the entrance to those buildings, and it kind of knocks me to the side, and I wham, knock my head into the side of the building and kind of shaking it.
Yeah. And this is like a, it's the Han Solo style, like, pow, a heavy blaster. Oh yeah, that's it for Trex, or Captain Trex. Should give him his due. All right, so now, top around, you guys can go. Vex, you are completely in your own control now.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll draw a blaster if he's the only guy left.
Yep.
Obviously he's big, and do we need to roll initiative? Do we have initiative over him, or is he?
You guys do. Yeah. All 4 of you get to go, and then it's Trex again.
All right. I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Okay.
Because I am not the person who should lead this assault.
So you guys can see each other's tokens, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just Vex, when you can see Oscara is pretty fucked up right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
All
Vex,
right,
do you want to try to help out? Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't I go to Osara and I try to administer some medical care.
Okay. So go ahead. Let me set the difficulty. It has actually been a hard test because she is over the over her wound threshold.
Okay.
So that's
You got a
3
destiny
purples.
point too.
Yeah, you got destiny points as well. You have a hero point left, I think, right?
I have 1 hero point left. Yeah. Why don't I add that to it?
Okay.
All right.
So we'll upgrade your roll here for you. Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go.
Yassine.
Oh wow.
Shoot. So she's just a little too hurt. Now you guys do have stim packs still.
Yeah.
As well that you could make use of. All right. So
all right.
So
that was my action.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
I guess I will. What range am I at currently?
I think you're at long range from him.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I will move up to my other companions, and that will be a medium.
Yeah, so it's 2. What would you estimate 4?
I think it's 2.
Okay.
I called it.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, and I have plenty of destiny, so I'm gonna add. I'm gonna do an upgrade here.
Do an upgrade. Okay, so your thing is upgraded.
Okay,
Ready
here
when
we
you
go.
are. Nothing.
Man. Okay, so I just hit like the edge of the entrance.
Yeah. So we got Oscara or Lorik. And Lorik, you can see like there's blaster shots coming in and out of the bay. And you can hear, obviously, Trex screaming in there.
Okay.
So need a maneuver to get to your feet, and then...
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. He'll use a maneuver to get to his feet, and he'll get to the entrance.
Yep.
And he'll hold up his vibro axe, and he'll yell at the guys. He'll say, "Give me some cover fire."
Okay.
Working on it.
We're trying. Okay. Oscara, did you go already?
No.
I don't think so.
But
No.
I can't do anything, right? I'm unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you just took a.
I think you just.
Did you?
No,
I can't remember how it works.
Incapacitated. A character is incapacitated once he has suffered more wounds than his wound threshold or more strain than his strain threshold. Means that a character is unconscious and no longer able to act until the number of wounds he is suffering is decreased below his wound threshold.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So yeah,
I don't think we ever played it that way. We just kept stacking crits.
Uh-huh.
We cheat. Oh, you know what it is? No, I'm confusing that. That's how Conan works. Conan
Yeah.
is when you take extra hits. That's why.
Yeah, Conan is you take a real hit if you're out of vigor or whatever they call it.
Right.
Hit points.
All right. So then, oh boy, your biggest gun just went down, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
We'll do something about that in a second.
But
Yeah,
our
Pat,
biggest
what's
axe
your-
is still standing.
Okay, Captain Trex is going to aim. And who's the next one? Paj. Boy, he hates you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
He hates it with the heat of 1,000 burning stars.
I am gonna use a destiny point though to make it harder for him to hit me.
That's an excellent choice.
So I'm gonna sort of I see him raise his
Yeah.
blaster at his DL-44 at me, and I press myself up against the wall.
This is
Trying
the
to make myself
last big
slim.
fight, so everyone gets a hero point.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
And he is ready to. Oh, ready to shoot. Here we go. And wham! Oh,
Yes!
misses.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, so I think Pash, what happens is I'm going to impose one black on your next action.
Okay.
And
That's
he's,
fine with me.
Yeah, you were just getting the hell out of the way.
Yep.
So it's going to throw your aim off a bit. But that's it for him, guys. Who wants to go
Awesome.
next? He's just holding his position there.
Well, let me ask, Vex, do you have any stim packs on you?
I do. I don't have any stim packs. I have a medical kit. I could try to do a medicine to revive Oscara again using my medicine.
Here's what I'd like to do. I want to hand you a. So I have to use a maneuver.
41 Vex, don't you? I think you do have a stim pack. If you check
Do
out
I?
your items tab, because the only reason I knew that is because you got. Oh no, it's the medicine kit. Forgive me. You're right.
I
Yeah,
have
it's the
two
medicine
impacts on me. If
Oh,
there's a way to get
okay.
to them.
So that Vex, maybe that's something to do if you can.
Can I just grab one of Oscara's stim packs and use it on him?
Yep, and that'll be a
I
maneuver
will do
and
that.
a maneuver. So
That's my maneuver and maneuver.
okay, so I mean you still have an action if you want, or you can.
All right.
I mean, you'll take 2 strain if
I
you do
gotta-
that, but
If I do an action.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
move
you
guys.
know what? I have a feeling this strain may be needed, so I'm not gonna use it just yet.
Yeah, you're pretty high.
I mean,
on
I've got a light blaster, which probably won't even make it through his soak. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna hang out here. I mean, if he gets close enough, I'll shoot him. But
Okay.
Okay. Oscar.
yeah, no, I'm done.
You're healed of 4 then. I'll
Nice.
let you act this turn as well too. We'll actually have you act last then.
Yeah.
Lorik or Pash, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to give Lorik asked me for covering fire, so I'm gonna give him what he needs, and I'm gonna then pop out and I can't. I got one black, so to off that, I set that I'm gonna take aim at this guy,
Okay.
and then
Fire away.
get a beat on him, and then.
Okay. So go ahead. Oh, let me set the difficulty. There we go. And you've got
So you
no
can.
blacks, and then I think,
And one boost.
yeah.
I do have one black. I have a black from I got a black from him dodging out of the way.
So I was just canceling them out because they're
Okay.
Black and blue dice are identical, just with different.
Yeah.
Bad or good result. Oh no, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put them in.
Okay.
My house rules. I put a max dice pool of 10, just to
Mhm.
avoid it getting too. Otherwise, the dice results can get really wonky. But
Yeah.
so it's ready to go for you.
Okay, here we go.
Do it.
All right.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
hit. 7
and then-
points of damage and 2 advantage. What do you want to do with that?
So I want to. I'm gonna. So there's my covering fire. So that I'm gonna use that to give a boost to Lowrick.
So he's got some pretty heavy clothing on, and Trandoshans have pretty tough hide. So that the hit it seems to be doing very little to him.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm using it as a way to give the covering fire that.
In very
was
Star
requested.
Wars fashion, Lowrick is basically following the blaster shot and running right behind it at with his vibro axe.
Awesome. Okay. Let me give.
And so, what does it do if I spend a hero point?
It'll give you an upgrade. It'll change one of your greens into a yellow, or if you're all yellow, give you a green.
So how do I do that?
I've done that for you. If that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I want to do an upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, 1 second here. I need. There we go. Okay. You are good to go.
Oh, nice.
Nice. And you got 2. Oh, and you could do Pierce.
Absolutely.
Do
Look
it,
at Pierce
do
Brute
it.
is
So,
stupid soak.
Wow. Okay. So that is then that's a huge hit on him.
Damn, Wookiee!
Okay.
Nice.
So.
And obviously, in the strategic master that I am, I'm standing beside him, not in front of him.
Yeah. Of
Knowing
course.
that my allies are outside.
Yeah, and I can't remember if there's a penalty or firing into melee, and I'm not going to worry about it. For the purpose of this, okay, so then I think, is that everybody who's gone? Oh,
I need
Scar.
Scar.
Scar
I'm going
can
to
go.
assume that I'm, right, because I was unconscious, I'm
Yeah.
prone. So one maneuver to grab my carbine,
Yeah.
and then I think just take a shot.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Let me set the difficulty here. Clear, boom, boom. Go ahead. Oh,
Wow.
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 Roll 20 crept out for me right after you got it.
Oh.
I can't see what it actually is.
You got
It is-
2 successes and 4
Two successes and
advantages.
4 advantages.
So my crit rank is 3, right?
Yep.
So I can do a
Yep.
crit.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do a crit and then maybe heal back a little bit of strain because I'm feeling
Yeah.
good after
Okay.
collapsing this Trandoshan.
Yeah, so let me see what
Good
the
idea.
damage here. That is actually 5, 6 damage. Okay. Ooh. He is actually down.
Nice.
Wow.
And he goes down with a shot. So, Oscara spins over, takes a shot. Lowrick, you're the one who put him in a great position for it, but boom. Captain Trex is down.
Nice.
Nice.
You can hear
That
the
is not enough for Lowrick. Lowrick beheads him with his vibro axe.
Yeah, so yes, like,
Yay.
all right, he is gone. That
Awesome.
filthy, slaving Trandoshan is gone. And guys, you can hear. Oh, not battle droids. My stormtroopers. I couldn't remember what I had cut and pasted last time. It turns out it's a bunch of fucking battle droids. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Troopers. There are more troopers coming up, but that's going to be their action to sort of move up to where they are. Oops.
Damn.
Get to the ship.
I don't like them.
Okay.
Why
so
are
that's
they so mean?
really?
Like, we don't have time to talk about that now. Get to the
Okay.
ship.
So what do you guys want to
Okay. Run to the ship.
Yeah, let's get on the ship.
do? Okay. So you race onto the ship. And who is going to be in charge of what on the ship? I think
I'm going to replace that part.
Yes.
I'm going to run straight to I'm going to run straight to the engine room and start patching that thing in.
Okay. I'm going to spend now you go ahead and make your I have spent 2 dark side points to make this interesting because I think it is potentially an interesting development here.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Did he booby trap his engines?
Yeah, maybe. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to... Okay.
You got a hero point if you want to spend it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You are upgraded.
So I will spend the hero point.
The dice pool
And-
is ready for you. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Yes!
Nice!
Wow. That's amazing.
Okay. So what do you think happens?
We have
I'm not
triumphed.
The engines
Oh, like-
immediately fire up.
Yeah, not only does it snap in immediately, the engines like are still. I'm like, I am really good at this, aren't I? And it passes its usual spool up sequence, and it is ready to go straight up in the air if it needs to.
Nice. So,
all right,
Pash, you hop into the pilot seat. You look down, and like everything's already juiced up and ready to go.
Yeah, I'm about to hit the button, and I'm like,
yeah.
all right.
Okay.
By the way, after this, I will start.
Hey, somebody shut that.
I am gonna run to the cockpit because I have all that astrogation skill, so I'm probably gonna be the one to do that. Yeah, somebody should shut that door.
This vessel is equipped with 2 turrets as well, too.
I was going to say, if this is like the Falcon, there's a top turret and a bottom turret.
Yeah,
so
it is. Yeah,
Ascara could get on one, and Lorik could probably get on the other, right?
Not a bad idea, because you guys, you can see, as you get, you get this thing up. Pash, you are the pilot. You want to give us a description of what it looks like as the Crate Fang takes off?
The thruster, the repulsors glow bright blue as they power up to give us some propulsion. The ship, instead of like kind of just lifting straight up, I just take it off at an angle immediately, and I just barely clip the edge of the top of the docking bay, knocking some rubble down. And I say, I learned that trick from a guy named Needles.
Nice. So, and as I think you guys are taking off, the Stormtrooper squads come running into the thing, and then they sort of slow to a run as they're all looking down, trying to figure out what the hell happened to this Trandoshan. The beheaded one.
Yeah.
So as you guys are taking off too, Vex, you come racing onto the bridge, and that's when you kind of hear Pash. You're like, all right, here we go, and you're going up towards space, and you can see on your proximity sensor, and you hear the sound. Wow! TIE fighters coming in.
Guys, we have a problem.
Yeah.
So, what is the plan here?
What's the plan?
Exactly.
Well,
Those are TIE interceptors, not TIE fighters.
I know. That's all I got.
That's so great. It's also not surprising at all that you have them all within arm's reach.
It's true. It's true. I've got Stormtroopers. I got whatever you need.
So good. Okay. So what? As you guys are, you can see this is happening right now. What we need to have
I have a Klingon ship.
Nice.
Just so you know.
We just passed it, and we're all like,
wait.
anyway.
Wrong franchise. Is that?
Is that the what do you call it? Is that the motion picture Katinga or?
No, I'll tell you exactly what Katinga this is. Not that anyone cares. This is the J.J. Abrams verse Katinga. This is the Kelvin universe Katinga, which appears only, to geek out a moment, in the Kobayashi Maru scenario in the Star Trek 2009 movie. But Eagle Moss, in their infinite wisdom, has made a model of it, as well as of course the 2009 Enterprise, which a lot of people don't like, but I do.
I love
and as well as the Kobayashi Maru itself.
Oh wow!
So cool. I basically have the Kobayashi Maru scenario on my desk.
That is so great!
Nice.
Oh my god!
So you did that way whenever you know that life is a no-win situation.
Exactly. I'm constantly reminded that I am in a no-win scenario.
Well, this means that what you've learned, I think, is the value of cheating.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I reprogrammed the scenario.
Again, says the cheating DN.
Exactly. Not for nothing.
George,
I already brought up Rafa Khan.
Yeah.
In an original draft of that script, Kirk has programmed the system to, when the attack is supposed to happen, it instead plays Led Zeppelin's Black Dog.
Yeah.
That was in the first draft.
Okay, so
that's hilarious.
We see this of the Crate Fang, wow, making its way up, and there are TIE fighters inbound, guys. We'll do it round for round for what everyone does here. So let's, rather than doing it as an actual Starship combat thing, we'll do it as a kind of like a skill challenge here. So, Vex, you need to calculate the astrogation thing here. There
Yes.
we go.
I need to calculate the jump to light speed. Yes. All right. So yeah, I'm going to calculate the jump to light speed.
Yes.
Do
okay.
I? Is my roll ready? Just
Yes.
tell me I've got
Let me hear. Let's hear. It's going to be an astrogation check. Where are you guys planning on going?
I don't know
Somewhere
anywhere.
else.
Or is
Let's-
it sort of like
The nearest
Vex is
non-imperial.
like, wait, where are we going? And Pash is like,
Yeah.
anywhere but here.
All right.
Yeah.
Because
I think we should go to Narshada. That would be what
Narshada,
I
yes.
Yeah.
What's there? Because
It's a. We'll find work. Don't worry.
all right. I check my internal astrogation databanks. Is that a good idea?
It's a
Narshada,
smuggler's.
it's like that in Ord Montel. Aren't those the two hunters' moons?
Yeah, this is Smuggler's Moon is Narshada.
Narshada, okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's as good a place as any. Yeah. Imperial, less likely, no imperial involvement. So yeah. All right. I'm ready to roll.
Okay,
When you are.
good to go. Yeah, go ahead. Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so then,
Good
you're making
success,
some progress towards it. You're like, all right, calculating. Oscara and Lorik, you guys are in the gunnery seat if you want to make use of that. But don't get cocky, kid.
I still have a hero point. I think I might like to upgrade my gunnery check.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Let me upgrade that for you. And ready
Just
when
leave
you
it upgraded because I'm also going to use one.
Fuck yeah, go ahead.
Awesome.
Oh!
Oh man.
Ooh.
See if I can make up for it. Maybe.
Nice.
Nice.
So, Lorik,
Yeah.
you're firing away, and pow! One of the wings comes off one of the TIE fighters, and it does that wow, 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 and explodes. And, Pash, can you give us a piloting check to try and keep things going here?
So are we still in atmosphere basically, or are they in space?
You can kind of picture, you're sort of like, it's that like bluish, like nape of atmosphere kind of
I think he's
situation.
asking if he's supposed to use which of his piloting checks he's supposed to do.
That's not necessarily where you are, it's what vehicle you're piloting. So it'd be
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
I think yours are the same.
That's probably true, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the size, so this is a little bit trickier of a roll. So it'll be hard, so 3 purples. Just because of the size of the Crate Fang as opposed to the TIE Fighters.
Okay, so I am going to just upgrade with the Destiny point then,
Oh, yes.
because still got more left. So tell me when are you ready
Yeah,
for me to
good
go?
to go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, interesting.
Whoa.
So you are beating
Whoa.
the shit out of this ship. There's stuff that's like,
Yeah.
Vex, you're trying to focus on making your calculations, and you can see sparks are flying out. You can hear the sound of things exploding in the back. You're like, what are you doing? I thought you said you could fly this thing.
I see what I did wrong. It's fine. Everybody, it's good.
Well, the thing is,
I'm giving her all she's got.
As
Yeah.
much as you are beating the shit out of this thing, like the interior, it looks like total fucking chaos. But the exterior is this beautiful, amazing, like ballet. Clean one thing, and you're like, you're one of the TIE fighters tries to get lined up on you, and then you kind of barrel roll to the side, and it takes out another one of the TIE fighters. So you're just weaving and dodging your way. Exactly. Visual aids. Okay, so Vex, let's go back to you, and let's see if you can complete this calculation. Well, let me set your difficulty. Oh, it's not as hard as what that was. Good to go for you now.
Let's see what you get.
Is it me? Wait, me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Vex.
astrogation.
Okay, sorry. Okay, astrogation and
Nice.
two
Nice.
solid successes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are set. You are ready to go. Osara
right.
and Lorik, let me set the difficulty. You guys are good to go for... I'm going to assume you're going to aim, so I'm just going to give you a blue for each. Guys, go ahead and make your gunnery checks.
Nice.
Oh,
Man.
Oscara. So you first try to fire this thing and kind of like... You look at it, you're... And then... Fill the air with the blaster fire. And 2 of them get destroyed. You sort of catch
nice.
one in the area, and then you sweep around to another. Lorik, it's 1 more down for you. What does that look like?
I think he's just like a little bit of joy, like to be off the planet and escaping, and it's not even, like he's killing people in spaceships. It's just,
Yeah. All right.
the joy that we would all feel from firing the cannons.
Absolutely.
On one of these ships.
Yeah. Yeah, you're sort of screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
Woohoo! And there's still like smoke and explosions from the Great Fang being over.
Right.
Pash, we are
Awesome.
down to you. I got the difficulty set. When I am ready when you are.
Okay, here we go. Space.
Go.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ah,
So what does it look like as you finally get through the last of these things and then punch it? To hyperspace?
So it does it rotates around a central axis, and then rights itself, and then
Nice.
as we jump into hyperspace and the stars just
Awesome.
combines.
And the TIE fighters sort of all scatter as if it's like, what do you call it? Like seed pods caught in the wind, as if.
Cool.
And,
Awesome.
You guys are heading off, and we'll sort of, we cut to the credits and blah, 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 and then in a post-credit scene, what we see is there is it's a landing port. You can tell this is a much busier spaceport than what we were at before. This place has there's a wide variety of people who are on there. Where there was 6 people doing, there's probably about 30 who are all monitoring their own kind of stations and whatnot. This place seems a little grimy. It's busy, it's active and whatnot, but it's got this kind of shady quality to it. And you can see there's people who are walking, making their way up and down the kind of gangplank, similar to what Commander or what's her name, Administrator Bryn or whatever her name was, did.
Overseer Bryn.
Overseer, thank you. And so one of them is making their way along, and you hear this. There is a let's see here. It'll be a what's her name? What is the species I'm thinking of here? Togrutan, a woman who is with a long, they got the kind of Laku type things as well, or the horns, I guess. She's on there saying, "Yes, Assault Crate Fang, you are clear for landing at Operation Delta, or whatever the D thing in the Orabesh language is." And we see now white lettering across it. It says Planet Nar Shaddaa. And then you see someone who's kind of shrouded in shadows, makes his way over and looks down and says, "That voice," and you can hear it through kind of a modulated thing, not like a stormtrooper, but similar to that.
Whose voice was that?
And they look up. They said it was the Crate Fang from Tatooine. I gave them clearance. They had a code. It was old, but I was able to permit them. And this thing looks down, and he's dressed in sort of like a jumper, but with a hoodie type thing over it. And we see him pull the hood back, and it's a Keldor, which is what's his name, Plo Koon is. That kind of insectoid type thing. But in place of the 2 sort of goggles that they wear, one side of his face is completely gone and replaced with cybernetics. And we just hear him say through his mask, "Posh." And we're done. So,
yay!
Awesome.
Yeah.
congratulations
Awesome.
on escaping from Mos Shuuta, guys.
Yeah.
That's a fun adventure.
Fantastic.
Now, before
That
you guys
was-
give your feedback, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
The only regret that I've previously had playing this is not killing that fucking Trandoshan scum smuggler, and so you guys gave me the opportunity to finally finish that bastard off.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you very
Nice.
much.
That's great. It was fun.
Yeah.
And Jeff, was it a lot different than the last time? The last 2 times you played?
Yeah, I played different again.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
great.
I have a,
One time
yeah,
I
have a
snuck
conf-
right
yeah.
through it. Like one time it was
Oh.
all stealth basically. Like we didn't have near as much combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's lots of
Yeah.
ways you can do it.
Yeah, that's great.
I didn't realize what this was. I realized I've been through an abbreviated version of this one. And I didn't realize it was going to be it until we said, "Wait a minute, are we in a canteen? Oh, do we have to go to the junk guy?" So, but it was a preface to get to the next adventure that they had planned for us. So we went through it very quickly. And the biggest difference is that in our version, we started talking to the junk merchant's droid, sort of idly, while the junk merchant was giving us a hard time, and discovered that the droid, it was a little astromech droid, felt he had a very miserable life, and this basically this merchant, the junk guy, treated him like a slave and hurt him and beat him. And so not only did we liberate the droid, but when the junk merchant just kept giving us a hard time of negotiating, one of us just shot him. So we kind of felt like
it was getting there.
He's mean to his droid, so fuck him.
Yeah.
And we just
Well, when we played full time, I played a droid. His name was Oddball. And his whole thing was that he was all for the liberation of droids.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was like his whole shtick. He constantly did things to set droids free, or
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a great...
Arlen, did you have fun?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
Okay.
I always have fun getting
I
dirty
know.
all the time.
You requested the game, so
but
I did.
I did. I mentioned to Kevin that I was thinking about getting into this game, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll just play it." And so I was like, "Okay, well, I'll buy a bunch of books for it." And I am definitely. I've got kind of some long range plans with this game. Gonna do some Frankenstein's monstering to the rule system a little bit to make it a little bit more wargaming is kind of the plan to fit with the Clone Wars. I've got a bunch of kind of house rules that I've been working on for making it feel like leading a squad of clone troopers into battle against overwhelming odds when there's thousands of battle droids and all that sort of stuff. But I had a ton of fun with this.
Great. Yeah, me too.
And it's really cool that it reminds me of one of the cool things with playing the One Ring online was that the computer does all the hard work for you of all the dice stuff, and that was really cool too.
Adding playing in person with the dice. When we were playing this before, we very, very quickly abandoned that because it just took a fucking dog's age for people to roll the dice and compare the things and then cancel out and whatnot.
Yep.
It just
we started using the app, the dice app that they have, and it was just boom. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I really like this dice system. I don't know if I would. If I was setting out to do my own RPG, I don't know if I would adopt this system for anything else, but it's so much more, I don't know what the word is. I mean, it drives narrative. Yeah, narrative in a way that just, D&D doesn't, which is, D&D doesn't is fine. I mean, it's more numbers than that, but that's fine.
The thing that we've said before, after we started playing this thing, is that what playing the game makes you realize is something that is missing from other dice mechanics. That there's feels because of the up and down of it, and because there's no numbers, because you're not rolling numbers, you're not doing any math. There's a weird level of it abstracts the dice and kind of separates it from the fiction a little more. So it just feels much more immersive and feels like it's got a better flow.
It doesn't pull you out of the fiction ever.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit it feels a little like what Fail Forward is designed to do, where every single roll causes something interesting to happen, and that's totally in this. Every single roll causes something interesting, even missing with the blaster shot, but you get advantage on it, and so you inflict the black die on them, and that's right. You made them duck for cover. Right. Something interesting happens every time you roll the dice, and that was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eric,
the other thing I've always said to Kev too about it is it's the one game where what's the opposite of the triumph called? The
despair.
The despair actually is fun. Like when you roll one, you're not I don't know, when you roll a fumble in Dungeons and Dragons, you're like, oh my god, that sucks. But when you roll despair in this game, it's like, ooh. What storyline is the DM gonna add?
Exactly. It's a license for DM bullshittery, and I love it.
Yeah.
Which worked out great in this game. It
did. I gotta say, Kevin, you're also really good at when the roll comes up, just tossing it to the players to describe. All right. So what happens when you actually make this little thing? Of course, I double flip over the table with my lightsaber and stab it down straight through the top of his skull. a complete parallel line with his spine. Oh, excellent! You know, I mean, it's nice to be able to have all of us throw in that way. So
well, it's always
it's
you
great
got to
for
play
that.
it for the right group, but you guys are all really creative people. Like it's a way for you guys to add to the fiction in a way that doesn't just it's not just listen to me narrate through everything. So
Yep.
Right.
yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
But it's funny you mentioned the designing things. So there is a generic version of the dice mechanic called Genesis. And at Gen Con, which is going on at the time of recording, they just announced basically an equivalent to what the sort of like DM's Guild is for it. So you can start creating material and selling it on Drive-Thru RPG for Genesis. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool.
Oh, nice.
It's what they've effectively, from the looks of things, what they've done is they've just basically like went to people who there was massive Reddit community that supported the game and like kit bash stuff together, and I what looks like happened is they just approached a bunch of them and said like, hey, want to sell that stuff? Because they've set up similar programs for I know Zweihander has one and World of Darkness has one as well, because they see it.
And I think Chaosium has one for Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, they do. Yeah, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. So it's
cool.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is smart.
But awesome. Okay, well, guys, thanks so much for playing.
Thank you.
So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for this return to a galaxy far, far away. I hope you enjoyed seeing our heroes escape from Mos Shuuta. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to respond in a timely fashion. Alternatively, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, you may notice that in the link of this description of the video, there is a link to something called, or in the description of this video, there's a link to something called Heroes Save Villages. And Heroes Save Villages is a charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. We actually had a very, very, very pleasant surprise today, where the charity that benefits from the Heroes Save Villages campaign, SOS Villages International, they actually heard back from them. So we've to date raised $2,700, or a little over $2,700 for them. The charity benefits orphan and abandoned children in over 130 countries, and there's over 80,000 kids who benefit from the services that they offer. They provide stable and supportive homes for kids who would otherwise not really have a chance to have much of a life, never mind a childhood. The response, not only did I get a very, very cool tie, which I wish I had brought over to show, but I will be posting photos of the tie when I'm wearing it to my next discoveries. But they were very grateful about, we got this lovely handwritten note from them saying thank you for the support that we've shown them, and it's the viewers and the players who have done that. So a massive, massive thank you to everyone who has supported the campaign so far. It's really, like, I can't think of a better way to we don't monetize the channel, we don't run a Patreon. The thing that we try and do is to raise some awareness and some money for a really wonderful charity, and it seems that they are very grateful for the efforts that we've done, and we know we've helped a lot of kids who otherwise would not have an opportunity to enjoy childhood. So if this sounds interesting and you want to hear more about it, follow the link and learn more about SOS Children's Villages International and more about Heroes Save Villages. I'm going to be updating the rewards now that we're into August. But I even if I don't want anyone to feel obligated to do that, if you are even just want to check out and see what other very generous viewers and donors have done, you can find that there. But otherwise, I will say, again, a massive, massive, massive thank you to people who have contributed. I am so proud of the group of players that we've got, the group of viewers we've got. It's a really terrific community that has helped to save a village. So that's really great. Last but not least, I want to thank my players. So, George, Jeff, Arlen, and Eric, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I had so much fun going back to a galaxy far, far away.
Well, thank you for
it was
driving us there. Yeah, you're fantastic. I had a fantastic time.
Awesome. Well, you'll be welcome back anytime, of course. So, anyway, until next time, folks, thank you again. And until next time, happy gaming.